Yeah, it's a little bit awkward to start right now because Sarah should be here in, I don't know, 15 minutes maybe.
Food's ready though.
But yeah, just figured if there's anything you guys want to talk about out of the game, any questions you have for me, clarifications and such as well. We'll be resuming the game with Gray having just gasped life into his lungs again, having received a successful resurrection after you guys delved into some strange world within the world to help retrieve Gray's soul, which seemed to be undergoing some kind of trial or determination, from what the druid said, to decide whether Gray would return the gift to the tree and for it to be reborn into the world again, or if he would return and continue to carry it himself. Gray, it seems, has returned. The burden yet rests on his shoulders.
Yeah. Can I give Quilla a potion of greater restoration and make her drink it, like, right now?
Absolutely.
Okay.
I can help.
You can help?
You ready to restore me?
Gray is first going to cast.
Or Farland?
Detect poison and disease.
Whoa!
For the duration, I can sense the presence and location of poisons, poisonous creatures, and disease within 30 feet of you. I can also identify kind of poisons, blah blah blah, disease, and like essentially most barriers except for blah blah blah. Yeah, I'd like to cast it on myself and kind of walk around and look at everyone.
Yeah.
See if I can find the rot's presence.
You sense it's, it's tough to like crane your head around to see your own lower back or wherever your little rot stamp is. You sense it coming from yourself, and you also see it clearly emanating from Quilla's neck. The others don't seem to be displaying any sign of disease or rot.
Go deeper into the ship.
Somewhere you definitely feel the rotten presence of ellipses.
Yeah, Gray is going to, coming back from death and his experience with the rot has caused him to learn from the ancients and pick up the spell Healed. And it can end blindness, deafness, and any disease affecting the target. This has no effect on constructs or undead.
Damn it.
So I'm pretty sure that it's not a construct.
Okay, yeah, you go outside.
Baby and then. Just like.
She hasn't died yet, I don't think.
No, she's like some good things.
So yes,
Sometimes make them though.
he will put his hands, his now somehow grubby little hands, on her neck and cast heal. And you also regain 70 hit points.
70?
Yeah.
Which are fully healed, I think, because we took a long rest, right? Or did we not?
Yeah,
The Angel of Lathander.
Lathander
Yeah.
bashed your bodies in radiant energies while you were in this
Grace
battle
Place.
for soul, the great soul. So when you woke, it was gone, but it left you feeling quite refreshed. In fact, Gray, you can even consider yourself having completed one full long rest in terms of recovering from your resurrection.
Yes, okay. We got -3 from -4.
A mere -3.
It'll be
That counts. It does help.
Yeah.
That's significant.
I just won't take the negative penalty to my shots.
I'm fine.
But the spell courses through Quilla's body. You see the magic seep throughout the body to repair any damage and restore any ailment, restore it to health. And yet it cannot cleanse Quilla from this rot. It's in her so deep that this magic is like a part of her now, just as it is you. She's touched by it seemingly. Or give me a nature check with advantage.
19, so that's a 16. Plus 4, so 20.
You got advantage though. No.
No.
You think that wherever your friends were trying to aid you in your return, in whatever space that was, that you had some awareness of, even if it was just like almost below your conscious level. Quilla is touched in her soul in the same way you are. There is no fully cleansing of this rot that now touches her, except by ridding it at its source.
No work. Just jumped off and walked up.
Nice try, Greg.
I tried.
Thanks.
Free help.
This is
You're our helper.
bad news. What does it do if it spreads more? Is this like contagious on contact?
I mean, none of us have caught it in
That's a good point.
Grey. We took the actual rot substance for me to get it. Like it's poison splashes. I'm not saying you should
The computer said I forgot
It
it
was
was
grab my
there.
neck.
Really a sick dance move.
But do you feel okay?
Do I feel okay? And I think internally, how am I feeling? I like kind of take a second and like check in with myself. How am I feeling?
Yeah, you feel mostly fine. You feel like a little sore in your shoulder and neck, like similar to like getting doing a flu shot or something. But nothing beyond that.
It's a little tender, but doesn't feel like it's impacting me more than that. Strange. I'm not thrilled about it, but
Well, Ellipses was in pain from the rot.
ellipses.
Just the
Is
main
in
period.
pain.
I don't think the rot really had a lot to do with
And
that.
ellipses was anyone who's like created using the rock or something. Like
Zika thought we were all rot because we all had rot in our system. Zika was an asshole. Really,
Yeah.
is what it comes down to.
I didn't meet the guy, so I guess I'll take your word for that.
Ugh. You're lucky.
Do you think he wants trade skills?
He's going to be a golden orb in the sky, whatever that means. I think he'll be okay. Don't know that he has plans to trade anytime soon, but his homie,
I don't want to distribute his wares if they're rotten infested, so.
what is it called? I should know this. I just listened to this. The one who saw. I forget what his name was. He might. Who knows?
What are you talking about?
The guy who really wanted to turn Zigaso into a golden orb, but I can't remember his name.
I've been working on something. You guys can all sign this book. Cole pulls out a book and great, can you make your mark on this page?
Ooh. What is this?
If you don't want to write right underneath that.
Okay, and maybe do this one too.
I love this so hard.
Oh my god, that's awesome.
Pass it around.
What do I see? Does this look like a contract
So
or?
you see, I hand you
I pledge my allegiance to the Commonwealth.
it's just like a spell casting, like my glove and then Book of Shadows, which is like my what I keep my spells in and stuff. For my pact with my archway.
You want me to sign the book?
So what I'll do is temporary. Watch, and I'll like write my own name in it, and then
Yeah,
tap
we
it,
didn't
and
give
it
you the
goes
pull.
away.
He didn't give you the pull back.
Oh.
It's all
Great. I
good.
get the.
Put you on the end of it.
I'm gonna take that and grab it from him. So and you can always read it,
Pull this
but
quill.
so this one is if one of us dies, I have one shot at us coming to 1 hit point instead of 0. I mean, if we get knocked unconscious. And the other page, if we, I can sort of send you a message. I'll show you how it works.
I'll go first.
Riku gracefully steps in to diffuse a tense moment.
No.
I'm so happy. Is there another page? Where's the other page?
In front of it.
The Book of Shadows. Far square.
Ready to sign a contract with some demon.
Yeah.
I have no soul. I'm okay.
Just like that. Yeah. Show me how it works.
Sure. I'll need the book back.
Oh man. Here's your quill.
Okay.
See, that's how it's done, Gray.
So
You're so like-
I write. You can see me writing "Hi Beep Boop," and Beep Boop in his head hears "Hi Beep Boop," and you can reply,
Hi, Quill.
and you see "Hi Cola" show up on the page.
It looks pretty cool.
It's very badass. She can send us
Okay.
messages.
For now, I figure I'll put all of us in there, and then if we have to, I might delete some of us if we have somebody else we need to talk to. But
Not like your whole
no, no,
person.
no,
Oh,
just,
you'll be
just the
okay.
contact. I'll erase your
You
name.
die.
Delete is probably not the
Wait.
right word, or a known word.
Then can you write Priest Captain Self-Lezzik's name in there?
The person has to write their own name.
That doesn't seem fair.
It is
Oh,
a
well.
rotation.
What if I tried to pretend to be him and write his name in there?
I mean, we could try it, but I doubt that will work.
But I have a sense that won't work.
You're hearing from the foremost authority on that it probably won't work. So
Yeah, but
your
like,
question is
maybe.
how much you trust.
Have you really asked your patron?
I mean, he's hey, he likes
Do you like trickery?
funny things, interesting, complicated things. You could try it.
Let's see if I have any spells that will help with that. I don't think I do. Did he? Oh my god.
Now, if I find out that you have sold this, and that's just go giving out signed copies for free.
I won't.
So, yeah, please.
I won't sell your autograph without your permission.
What?
How much is it worth?
Oh, no.
Calvin.
So you shouldn't look into it first.
I mean,
Not yet.
yeah, down the road.
Yeah, just be careful. I don't want that in the
It's-
wrong hands. Just,
I don't want it in the wrong hands
Yeah.
either. Trust me.
Kogatot says, I understand most artists' worth increase after they die.
Oh god. Ugh. How are you feeling, Togotots?
Today has been a good day. We have struck a blow against those despoilers of the world.
Sort of. I mean, you got away.
We have kept what it sought alive.
Ah, it's very true. You're so smart. Do you feel any closer to remembering anything new? If you say redacted,
It says,
I admit the thrill of conflict has struck a familiar chord in my memories. I think I may remember something.
I'm scared to ask.
So far, too much of it contains the word you have requested. But I will report back soon.
No, you said that you were here to destroy abominations. Did that feel like the type of abomination that you were sent here to destroy?
Not specifically. Abominations take many forms, and all must be burned.
And this was your quest even before you looked like this.
I admit I do not know.
But there was a past not robot-y form that liked eating fine fruits and being wealthy.
I have experienced some distracting whispers of memory. They serve no purpose but to take my focus away from my true goal.
So you chose to become a robot?
I know I had some life before I became this refined weapon against the forces of darkness. But I do not recall much of what that life was.
Are you a paladin? I've heard of these.
I'm a purge class soul forge.
Yes, yeah, purge class soul forge. Excellent, excellent.
And Quilla hands the book to Xerox and asks Xerox to sign it as well.
Do so.
Cool.
Yes.
So Xerox. And then Xerox will hear, like, after you hand it back, you hear, "Hey Xerox, this message works for about 25 words. But I have to message first. And if you go to get knocked out, I can bring one person back, so that's nice."
Is that a day?
Yeah. Well, for the 0 hit points, it's one party or one person on your book. It can be used once per long rest.
That's awesome.
So it's not for every name, but one person in your book can do it.
Single use that anybody whose name is written in there can use. If
Yeah.
they don't lose it.
Yeah. But the far scribing one, the sending one, is like pretty much unlimited, except that I have to write the message, and then when the person replies, it disappears on my page after 1 minute, so I have to like be ready for it basically.
If that person's asleep, could you like just keep
I mean,
writing them messages?
Well, they would hear it in their head, so it might wake them up, and they just talk.
What a
so
fun
I
prank.
guess that's
I think you could teach Ray how to read. See the words, see them appear.
maybe that's a way to teach you how to read.
God, no one's ever tried.
People have tried. Trust me.
Ray, you want to learn to read?
You might know read.
Did you read ever?
Do I read now?
What do you like to read?
He like pulls out a book and like starts making words up along as he goes, reading the book backwards.
Where did you get a book?
Big words.
Just right here, don't stop.
She gave me this book. Actually, they gave me a book a while back.
Can I look
There
at
have been
it?
numerous trades to get the more valuable papers away from Gray.
They still have some book from Mount Inaru. He gotten some book of like, I think anatomy or something like that. The fancy book of anatomy. Which he would let you have. It's been like scribbled over. You know, he's definitely put his own work in on it.
Yeah. Excellent.
Making notes of his own.
Gotta write in the books if you have them.
Mm-hmm.
Ugh. Johan, did you have a good nap?
It was wonderful. I'm sorry for being such a diva. I really, that last fight really took it out of me. But I feel fresh. I feel great. Ready to take on the day. I don't know what exactly we're doing, but
Yeah, about that. You just kind of showed up and we put you in the shit here.
to be fair, I was having a great time in Scofia. I played an awesome show. I was hanging out with some recently made friends in a bar, and then Nazira hoarded me to Shippy, and it's been, all gas, no brakes ever since. I've seen some crazy stuff. We've killed everybody that was on this boat. We hung out with some slog for a bit.
Unfortunately.
There's a mountain that was flying in the sky. It's been a wild week. It has been a wild week.
And you're okay with this?
Most of the journey I have been in the sky, so I haven't had much of a choice.
I mean, there's always a choice. We could.
I'm happy to. I'm learning everybody. I'm getting to know people. I'm figuring out, what exactly we're big helping.
Big help.
Well, I think it's a
Except for
great.
the people that
it's a
live on Mount Inaru.
or the boat.
Or
It's a
the
good
boat.
mission statement. I think there's maybe just some execution problems. Or you're fairly good at execution. Again, just kind of in this wait and see pattern. Love the mission. Would like to see some maybe better outcomes for everybody around the big help gang.
I mean, I think we all would, to tell you the truth.
There was something I had heard that was fascinating. You dropped something into the center.
Yes, we did that.
So
After we destroyed a book of the devil. But anyways, yes.
right. So what was that about exactly?
Which one?
Why don't you just start where you think it's most appropriate, and we'll just
The orb.
yeah.
That was in the mines that we own. Own? Wait, do we own the mines?
We're investors?
We're investors in a Bellstone mine.
Who works in these mines?
Paid laborers.
Paid laborers.
Paid laborers. And unionized paid laborers.
Great benefits.
And giants. Also, yes.
Deeply enslaved.
Never. We made a deal. It was a blanket and. Sorry. Anyways, we checked on the mine to power up Shibby because he runs on Bellstone, and they told us that they were being attacked, and we found what was an orb set by Thoradin the Allfather? Question mark? And discovered that it wanted to go down, and we sent it down to the depths, and it apparently helped restore the crystalline sphere surrounding our realm. solar system.
I believe it was even seen in the Fae.
It was seen everywhere.
Yeah, and as he's telling the story, like, as you get details about it, it matches up to you witnessing this phenomenon happening, this like unfolding of like this weird silvery shape expanding out through like, this weird phenomenon. Yeah, utterly hard to describe, and happens so quickly that so many people are just like, don't know how to explain that. All right.
I actually, I'm glad we're talking about this. I wrote a song about that event. And it went over great within the Free Cities. We toured, we visited a lot of different towns, and they took a shining to that. It was called The Sign? Question mark? Because no one...
Tell me more.
Well, it was a great song. It was really well received because everybody knew what the sign was. It was.
Do you have to say it like that every time? Like the sign?
You have to. That's how I perform.
Okay, excellent. All right.
Everything's open to interpretation.
Okay.
There are people, other traveling bards that do covers of the sign, but
Did it open up your eyes?
it really did open up my eyes when I saw the sign. It works better if I, am performing it with the band. I just not, the solo act is not my strong suit. So if you're interested,
does anybody play any? Ellis, do you play any instruments?
Only the spoons and badly, sir.
What other instruments do you spoons?
like cuddling or
Timothy, do you play any instruments?
Couldn't keep a beat to save my life, sir.
Maybe ellipses?
Let's not. Xerox, you play something.
I think I'm good. Thank you.
You're like sad sax music coming from the lips.
Damn. Where were you when you saw our sign?
I was on the western border between the Imperium and the Free Cities. Just visiting kind of home. Or traveling. Yeah, western border of the Free Cities. Just visiting what's left of my home city at the time. The band was looking to find new venues to play at, see if there was any help that we could provide in the area, and that's when we saw the sign.
Where's your home city?
Bithar?
Bithar?
Bithar, yes.
Bithar. Never been there.
I know Bithar. Do I know Bithar? Does Quill know of Bithar based on their rating in that
Feel
region?
free to give me
Feel free to use some chips.
Oh, sure. I mean, no, I was kidding in that way.
Okay.
And switch it request.
I'm gonna make one also just for the hell of it.
22.
But they're gonna put out for the negative 2. So I got a 7.
Gray, you've absolutely imagined that you've read of this city in one of the books or pages that you convince yourself sometimes that you can actually read.
Mm-hmm.
Sounds right.
Yeah.
It's not on the map.
It should be. It should be pretty close to visible on that map.
Pretty close to
really an
visible.
oversight. I need to finalize its specific location. All things exist in a state of existing and not existing until they're put on the map. Yeah. This city is known to a lot of people in the Free Cities. There are a lot of refugees from this city that have come to the Free Cities despite holding some resentment towards the Free Cities themselves. Are you talking, Jared? Oh, okay. Thought I saw your mouth move, and anyway. This city was probably the most recent and easternmost conquest of the Glengold Imperium. You know that back in the day, I've looked at my notes, but I'm pretty sure it was like something like 50 or 80 years ago when the Imperium had kind of assembled an army on the western, its eastern borders, but on the edges of the plateau that overlooked the three cities and right on the edge of Ordura, and basically demanded the subjugation of the three cities. The Imperium had already, as everybody knows, was responsible through its, the crusades of the Imperium for cleansing the region that had become the three cities this hundreds of years ago of the infestation of undead. So that bought them a lot of goodwill for a long time, but there was this moment, like I said, 80 years ago, where they tried to enforce a change to that relationship, and to try to subjugate the free cities. And Ordura and the free cities kind of worked together to deliver some pretty substantial crippling blows to the Gwengold military that allowed the free cities to negotiate a long-lasting peace and trade negotiations and all this stuff. That's set the stage for the current world as it is, even as the decades roll on and the Imperium's intentions become more and more aggressive. The city, like I said, was under siege by the Imperium when the free cities defeated them. The people of the city thought that their freedom would be a part of that, that conversation, that peace treaty between the free cities and the Imperium. But the free cities, for whatever political reasons and wranglings, were not able or chose not to defend the rights and the freedom or the authority of that city. Remind me the name again? Vithar. So Vithar has felt ever since then, the people of Vithar, those that remain and remember, hold, or the diaspora of refugees and such, those people remember the deep resentment about that, or many of them do. And it's also, with your role also, that it's also been the site of some pretty bitter conflict between the people that still live there and their, the Imperium, and also been the site of some bloody events. A lot of really bad shit happening in that city, as the Imperium seems to be trying to tighten their grip and position themselves for Eastern expansion again. At least that's what you guys have all learned from all the shit you've learned, and also just from the whispered litanies of work in Ketten and all this stuff. Through both diplomatic and secret and demonic means, the Imperium has been trying to stretch its grasp to the free cities once again.
So Vithar is technically among the free cities? It's
not. Technically the Imperium.
Technically Imperium, okay.
Yeah.
It just was fully abandoned by the free cities, basically.
Yeah, it was always because it was on west of the Tyrant's Wall, the plateau. It's on the plateau that kind of is above. It's the whole western part of the free cities is the border of it is basically this wall of earth where maybe some tectonic shift or something happened where this the plateaus and plains of the Eastern Imperium just break right there. So Vithar is probably up right in here somewhere, west of the free cities technically and officially after that peace treaty was signed.
North of Urdra.
North and west of Ordura.
Okay.
And it was a large, heavily walled and fortified city, and it held out for an incredibly long time. And many of them are, because you rolled so high, like much of it, and with something that Johan would definitely know. Yeah. Oh yeah. Johan would definitely know that the people who fled Vithar. And I totally forgot what I was going to say there. They part of the resentment is that they believe that the only reason the three cities were able to hold out as long as they were, and like the only reason the Imperium had to divide its attention and couldn't have, wasn't able to defeat the three cities, was because so much of their attention was drawn to the siege of Vithar. And so there's like this idea, like, how many of our people died to give you guys the opportunity to gain peace that you did not share with us.
Yeah, we feel betrayed by the free cities.
Mm-hmm.
Like we're sacrificed by the free cities.
And it's just been, it's been the site of, from what you've heard and like through your trade contacts and stuff, there's a huge, black market and stuff there, and even larger gray market as, the Imperium wants control and stuff, but like in a lot of cases leaves local petty criminals and corrupt officials to have their way with regions and stuff. All they care about is ultimately, if their own goals and own demands are being met.
Is it like the Alamo of the Imperium?
Yeah, I mean, to the people there for sure, it's like, to the diaspora, it's like, remember Vithar, never forget.
Even though they're totally wrong.
It turns out the Vitharites are actually the true bad guys in this whole story.
Is it, can you spell it? Vithar?
Vithar.
And so all that, was a long ramble for that roll, but there you go.
That's helpful though. It's good history.
It is very good history.
Cool enough.
Oh, look at that.
And some of us at the table may remember adventures in Vithar with the Othello crew.
Oh shit.
Oh.
That's it's Jared City.
Oh.
That's not a good place to be from.
No, it's not a good place to be from.
No. Oh god, things happened.
No, that's not where that happened.
Oh.
Othello was the city that this stuff took place, right? But then.
Othello and Raest was where the baby thing happened, the children thing happened. And then,
Josh is calling time out. He needs to know more about the children thing.
Wait,
Hold on, he's rolling.
yeah, okay, 17 plus 13, 30. Please.
So this is an insight check into, or
It's a history check.
history check.
What about children?
the manufacture of an infamous potion took place in Raest, which was far into the Glengold Imperium. The potion of eternal vengeance, you would have heard of it as an atrocity that was committed. Rumor has it that there's some of them still flitting around.
It's
Very
basically
rare.
made from children.
It's made from the tears of children as well as the rest of their bodies.
And we're almost certainly crying.
Yeah.
But it makes you really strong.
It does make you really strong, though. Very helpful.
It's such a fun potion to drink.
Aren't there some in the bone waste somewhere? Never mind. Neither here nor there.
I don't know. I'm sure.
Out of game and out of character, they were involved in a recent game where it was the greatest hunt game.
Yeah, that's the
Where there
one.
was
That's right. Yeah.
some Gwyngold Imperium like princeling was wanting to off their mother, and the best way to do it was their mother like always did the whole hunt thing, hunting the greatest game, and like would fight them at the end if they survived the initial prove themselves worthy. So wanted to give the potion vengeance, which if you die when you're under the effects of it, you come back as what is it like a revenant. And you cannot be stopped at that point, so he was just like, even if they lose, Mom still dies.
Great fun.
Yeah.
That's how you got your tortoise ruler or whatever.
But Vitar, you had some dealings with a thieves guild there. You ran across a tavern that may or may not have
Oh yeah.
portals to other plane.
Right. It was the really well fortified city that had like cool architecture.
Yeah.
Okay. Now I
Oh,
do remember.
Vithar?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Vithar. Yeah. Okay. I do remember that. Cool.
I did not take great notes during that game. Mother wouldn't want it.
I think we were all trying to figure it out during COVID.
Yeah. I don't know what my notes are for that game. It might be in the notebook I just found, but I did not print it.
Interesting. So you're from the west.
Or the east, depending
Or
on
the east,
where
yeah.
you are, where you're located.
West of here.
West Point?
I don't even know where here is right now. I have
you've
no
never
idea where
heard
we
of the
are.
Bone Waste?
I've heard of the Bone Waste. We were just in space.
We're in the Bone
The
Waste.
space above.
Welcome to the Bone Waste.
East of the.
This
We've
is
actually
in
never been
Virginia.
here before, yeah.
Yeah.
Anybody?
Bad air here.
Yeah.
I recall something. I remember reading something about acid rain in the Bone Waste.
Was it purple?
No, it's not Purple Rain.
Oh.
No, it's another song. We created it for a prince in the area.
Prince in the Bone Waste? Or
Not in the Bone Waste.
Oh.
No, it was Prince, and so we wrote Purple Rain for him.
Oh, yeah. Okay, yeah. Okay. That makes sense. So, now that you're here with us, you just going to die with Mom? Like, do you have goals? Do you have a plan? Or are you just here for the...
The band is, we still tour. Moving around the Free Cities is really important. Getting our music out in front of people is really important. Music is the way that you change hearts and minds, and so it's really key for us.
It was actually very helpful for the Samsarans, so thank you.
Yeah.
I did see that. We might not have changed their minds or hearts, but very useful.
Right now, I wouldn't call it a hiatus, but we're off kind of exploring some of the oddities that seem to be cropping up in the region. So my band and I split in, oh God, it feels like it was a lifetime ago, but it couldn't have.
Last week?
It was probably just a few weeks ago. And
Was that after the sign? Sign?
it was after the sign. We saw the sign, and Megan, I think, went to. I'm not sure where Megan went off to actually. But we stay in contact with each other. I went to Skopje to investigate some rumblings of undead. And
We were just there. Rumblings of undead in Skopje.
in the Skopjean region, yeah, the forest just north. of Scofia. There was
Were there undead in Scofia when you were there?
I mean, we were mostly dealing with Visigoths. I mean, kind of pirates. They vampire pirates. Vampires.
Vampires.
But I mean, but they're quite kind. Turns out.
yeah, these undead were not quite kind. Turns out they really sucked.
A different crew.
Yeah. Yep. So there were tales of undead swarming the area, and we took a job to investigate what was going on. And
When you say we, that was you and part of your band?
it was just myself and a real cast of characters. And still
A bit like this crew.
a bit like this crew.
Did you all have a name?
There was no name. No, it was like one job, and we were celebrating our
So
victory.
not like this cast of characters.
Not
I
like this
see.
cast of characters. No, it was just a job that we had taken together. But we were able to, I think, stop the threat and purge the land of the undead for now, at the cost of a civilian. The fucking Imperium showed up and murdered this poor guy. Rest in peace, Cormac.
Wow.
Oh, rest in peace, that guy.
Yeah.
Horrible.
To Cormac, you rolled to the bug.
Fuck the Imperium.
Fuck the Imperium. We're here.
I'm so happy to hear you say that. Really, I am.
Nazira, I'm sure would say there were agents of the Imperium at work in Scofia.
She said it! Holy shit! That's exactly what she said!
Perfect timing.
Perfect.
But yeah, I think yeah.
Who were these Imperium agents? And what were you doing? What was the... Who did you stop? What was happening?
Oh man.
I don't know if
There
we know
was-
this yet.
So in Skopje, we took out a job. There were ruins that had seemed to have been activated with a lot of undead activity, and reports of the undead roaming the wilds and killing small towns and villages in the area just north and west of Skopje. And we were dispatched to investigate the cause of these ruins awakening and to determine how previous adventurers had perished. What had killed them exactly. Along the way, we came across a gentleman. His name was Cormac. Rest in peace, Cormac. Cormac had donned what we thought to be cursed armor, and Cormac's goal was to, in one of these ruins, activate a teleportation circle that would take him and others to Lumos. We were able to stop Cormac, and there was an agent of the Imperium, a missionary, whose name escapes me. Real piece of shit. Sarah.
Played by someone at this table, at least for
Yeah, very briefly.
Who
I was
cut
like, I remember
poor
this
Cormac
story.
down. Man who was wearing a cursed armor could have saved him, but
Yeah.
Imperium has no patience for that.
So there's a teleportation circle somewhere in Scofia that leads to Lumos.
That's what the crazy man said. I didn't actually go into the circle. It wasn't activated.
That sounds like something that we could use. I mean, we're flying over Lumos right now, but like reinforcement-wise, Scofia's not.
I'll add a note to add it to our list of circles to develop or to utilize.
You just want another trader out.
Trade or not.
Trade or not, it
I
can use-
mean, it can be used, but we could get Visigoth to show up to Lumos.
and if we can get traders to fund a route that we can use or people can use.
There's a war coming up. I don't know if you realize that We have to get the wand from Lumos soon.
We do.
Like,
What if all these other things that keep coming up on our radar, what if they're just distracting us from real priorities?
We need to retreat.
I mean, the rot is literally trying to kill us, though. I mean,
I know!
yeah, like, it's on your neck.
I know!
So, yes, distraction, but also, and I also care about Bellerophon, so you should meet him. You're into
Below
metal.
Yeah. Well, iron core. Yeah, metal.
Bellerophon is like peak metal.
In what way?
He's got no spine, it's made of flame, and his head's a skull, and he wears spiky armor and a really neat scarf. No, wait, sorry. Fingerless gloves. Fabulously metal.
Oh,
He's a good guy.
That sounds wonderful.
We're trying to find his spine.
Yeah, that's one of the things.
You
we're
have a
doing.
very long list of things you are trying to accomplish.
Telling me it's very complicated. Anyways, it looks like the zero's up.
I'm so sorry you routed me through Forest Grove because there was like something going on there.
Oh no.
That's terrible,
Oh,
because
no.
nobody wants to go through Forest
No,
Grove.
that's what it's around.
It's so, yeah, it took so long.
Okay,
Yeah,
I mean,
we're
that's a
mostly
little
just.
late anyway, but it was just like,
we've been role-playing the shit out of this game.
Yeah, we've been having some role playing and out of character chats about stuff and the current goings on.
okay.
And Johan is learning more about the group.
The group's learning a
I
lot
do
more
have
about
to
the world.
apologize,
Johan?
Johan, for bringing you so suddenly into this.
But then there was a thing about giants. Do you know about giants?
The ones that you've enslaved and
No, not those ones.
Slave?
They're other giants. They are not.
Wait,
They're
we
unions.
slave people?
Unions.
Oh, if you say so. I haven't spoken with any of their representation, so I don't know.
We not me. Talk to
Oh
the one guy.
Kill it.
What's his name?
Contracts with the giant.
Who's guy?
Jacob.
He's
He's in charge.
Lucky.
Lord Governor, Jacob instead of the
He deals with union. Certain. You'll meet him one day. Okay.
I'm trying to get a share into their mind so that I can have the same fun as well.
And it's
already-
rather nice.
Oh, you weren't there.
I wasn't there.
You're part of the big help gang. The share comes to
Apparently,
in the
gold is
pool.
important.
It's gold when you
Now
have
that you're
Bellstone.
awake, I've been working on these 2 pages of my book. You should add your name to them. Could be beneficial in the future.
Psychopath.
It's this one allows me to send you messages.
Insight
Shoot
check.
Messages. Yeah.
No, it's on board. She sent me a message.
Okay.
And then this
I have
page.
yet to be struck down by some deity.
Yeah, if. This one, if one of us does drop to gets knocked out in a fight, one person can come back. It's all a one-use kind of thing, but anybody on this page can be revived to 1 hit point, to a little bit of life.
So we could have 2 contingents.
Yeah, it's just there are 2 backup options. We can always adjust if we need to, but it's 2 add your name.
Am I really adding my name?
Yeah.
How would the 0?
Raise on. It's a leaf-shaped square.
It's
Would I do it in pencil or?
Bird.
Yeah, I mean, well,
That works better.
because
It's like a
because
dialogue.
I can change them out.
Oh, okay.
So we'll do pencil for that, but we'll do contents as well.
Well, we want to take a soup and bathroom break, and then we'll.
No!
Let's do those separately.
Almost. Everybody listen. Go to the kitchen bowl and grab a bowl.
I'm finished with that.
You weren't from the Giants? I heard you were from the Giants. No? No. Okay.
We met in Oklahoma library.
Who?
Oklahoma, the God of knowledge and wizardry.
Did you ask him? Did you talk to him?
I was doing legend lore.
Ah. But like, is his memory also wiped? Because if the god of memory and knowledge got fucked up by the unraveling, I'd be...
That's a good question. I should legend lore about the unraveling.
Also, could you do like a legend lore on a lot of things? Like a ton of them?
Make it through. Go ahead and make a list for me and I'll get through that.
Oh shit, what did I have? Legend lore on
Yeah, I need a list.
Tiamat and its connection with the gift?
Tiamat. Okay.
Legend lore on, fuck, I was just thinking of something. It'll come to me later. I tried to write these things down. It's not successful.
I'm trying to look up Nazira's last name.
Nazira has a last name?
I've said it multiple times, but I just never remember what it is. It's hidden in the Google Docs. I'm on OneNote. Man, I got here so late. Like even later than I thought I got here. Oh my god. That's so stupid.
I hate it when the traffic does things that are infuriating.
Google wants me to sign in.
Ugh. How dare it?
Make sure you send you an email. Did you sign in? Someone's
Yes.
your identity?
Everything should just be scan your phone and log in.
I was hoping to hear this one again.
What?
I love your thoughts on passwords, and I think about it every time I have to type the password.
So much.
I know one thing in this world is how much Sarah hates username password.
I'm so angry.
I had to change mine like a week ago at work.
I'm so sorry.
And then I came in on Thursday. So you change it again, so that now you have a 15-letter or, digit password.
Can't use one of your last 24 passwords.
And it has to be capitalized, it's got character, and it's like, they're like, just write down your password, because it's not going to be easy for people to remember this. So just use the
Write it
right
down.
password.
It's actually going full already down.
Mhm.
Like for real. For
What
this
else
day
are
and age.
we gonna do?
Yeah. I mean, writing it down physically is probably safer than anything else.
True.
Yep.
I used to have a notebook that had all my passwords in it, and then I lost that.
That's helpful. That's helpful.
Yeah.
Incidents related to like physical security are predominantly like getting into a place you're not supposed to be, and less about like someone rifling through your desk drawer to find your password.
Going through your trash to find
Yes,
it.
so true.
Everyone thinks like,
with all of that.
Right,
but what
exactly.
if like Tom Cruise shows up and it's Mission Impossible and he gets my password? And it's just not
Yeah, I'll take the risk.
very
that-
low likelihood. Write your password down.
Can I write it in my phone?
Don't do that.
Well, then it doesn't
I
help.
write it in my computer so I can copy paste it.
I wrote it in my phone, but
In a file that says password.
and then I don't remember what site it's for.
Yeah, exactly.
Or I leave myself like initials to try to remember, and I'm like, I have no idea what that means. And then also it'll probably change, and I'll write it down somewhere else when I find one. I'm like, I don't know which one this is. If this is
Toast, bro.
it's a mess.
Toast. You toast that toast.
Password management's a joke for me.
It's toasty toast.
I tried to cast heal on Quilla to get rid of her disease, maybe it didn't work.
It didn't work.
It's in the soul.
It's in her soul.
So what were we debating? What we were gonna do?
There were talks.
It's a date.
We were waiting for Nazir to wake up to message Priest Captain Belfezic to come and use Inaru. But
Oh, to find the.
yeah. But then we debated whether or not we should go right to the great tree.
I think we should do a good thing keeping the tree.
Okay.
I mean, getting communication with him is probably what information he could share with us as well.
Then
Yeah.
definitely get from the tree.
I don't know that we talked to them about the rocks.
I feel like we did, but they didn't have any interest or didn't care because it wasn't.
Excellent.
Well, we talked to them about.
Yeah.
Something like
Oh, I don't know. We talked to them about the rock. We talked to them about Lumos.
Labyrinth?
They really just only are one-minded.
Yeah.
You're right. I
I
think.
suppose they wouldn't care if we did bring it up.
Yeah.
Replicate it.
I'm making you sci-fi.
But we're giving them a way to do the thing that they want to do.
Mm-hmm.
So
Maybe they can win.
Maybe one. They
yeah.
have to cancel at some point.
We're making their
Yeah,
search
contacts
way
we want to
easier.
add, But, because I can do about 6.
In fact, what we could probably do is see if we can find it
But I figure
before
I'll
they
start
even
with
show up. Because who knows how long it would take them to get here. Do they know how to teleport to Shippy?
But if we find it and it knows that we found it, that could be bad.
Oh, fuck yeah, that's probably right.
What are we saying? What's that?
If we find the deep mind and it knows that we found it because it's tracking us, maybe just let the gift do it.
Do we trust the gift to let them know? where-
Here, I mean, so it depends on who you believe. If you believe Elamain, the gift has something to do with the unraveling, and his story is a little bit different.
Who's that one name?
He's the red-headed dude we found in. Oh, were you not there? Fuck.
This entire.
No, there were 2. We met Elamain in Kenton? No. We met Elamain in Valkyrie.
And yeah, we went back to Valkyrie. I believe?
He's a tinkerer of sorts. He makes magical items. He's a gift Zerai.
I have not met a gift.
Enchanter at the.
He's an enchanter, sorry.
You did talk to him in Valkyrie, but they are from and work in Kent.
And he's the enchanter in Kenton.
Yes.
I've never been to Valkyrie. It's a big pumpkin.
Yes, you have.
Pumpkin.
That's false. You went there to
I
talk
was
to.
in a subconscious state.
No, you went there with me to go talk to. I listened to a while ago. You went to go talk to the guy with the tattoos on his arm. He told you all about his mother and the play worlds.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
You were there. Because I went there after the great battle when Xerox died and we had some stuff to wrap
Did
up.
I say hi to Elendil? Or what's his name? What's his name?
Uh,
That's not his name.
Bombadil?
What's his name?
Bellerophon?
No.
No, the wizard in the.
No. The elf. Not the elf. The ladrin. Hanging out. In
Oh. Part of the wheels.
No, not part of the wheels.
Oh.
The one in Fall Creek. In the little help gang.
In the little help game. Oh no, I don't think you did, to tell you the truth. But
Okay.
you went to go talk to Gluin, that's the one.
His name was like Elendil, but it wasn't Elendil. It was El something.
Where did you meet this person?
In the little help game.
In Fall Creek, in the little help gang. In the bar. Before we went to the Moonwood. And then I visited them again at some point.
Oh, Phil Beaumont, that's the one. You went to talk to
Priest
Phil,
of Khan.
Priest of Gaunt, who was he was part of the convocation.
Don't worry, Mark. All your old NPCs will come back.
He was convocated and tattooed.
Yeah. It's like you guys have no interest in them, like you're like following up with them and stuff. So it was like I don't like they just don't become a significant part of my notes or memory. And then it's like years later, it's like remember that one guy? What's his deal?
And then like 3 years later, we're like, Maybe we should back that guy again.
I spent like a little while talking to this guy.
No, I'm struggling
So I was
to.
like, elf, I elf, you elf, we all elf.
Oh, is it, did you meet them in Barsbad? Before you got into the Bloomwood?
That was that was the logging town, right?
Ah,
Yeah.
respect. I forgot about that.
Yeah, I think that's where.
I think I was collapsing Ball Creek and Marsden.
Yeah.
Oh, don't do that.
We're just.
No.
Don't ever let them know you did that. No, it's bad
I
news.
take my head in shame.
Yeah, there was a laundry in there that was, kind of just passing himself off as a regular elf.
Yeah.
That's right.
And I was like, hey friend.
Mm-hmm.
There's something about the journal? Journal. Anyways, Elamaine, journal. More being pushed into our world. Told us about the unraveling, the Gith accepted change. Mind flayers need to consume life to survive. He told us that they seek to hide knowledge. He told us a lot of things, but then we met
Elephant! Sorry. Anyway, sorry.
It's okay.
Go ahead.
It's fine. And that. He told us stuff, but then we met Priest Captain Zelthesic as he flew out of the sky to kill some people, and he was like, the Githzerai are stupid jerks who ran away like cowards. Don't trust them.
I wasn't playing that.
And they told us a whole story that was not necessarily in line with what Elamaine had said.
Did you insight check them?
What did you roll?
Listen, I'm insightful. Everybody knows this. And therefore, I trust them?
You trust the BP?
I mean,
Have we heard?
they let me keep the sword. And
Taylor-
that's really... They didn't take our sword, the sword, and they gave us a lot of knowledge.
Okay.
And they offered to help us, sort of.
In return for our assistance, correct?
Yeah, but they also mostly said that they don't really give a shit about us, and if it came between us and killing the Deep Mind, that they would definitely let us die. But that seemed like,
But unless
reasonable.
our interests aligned,
Yeah.
that we would be on the same side, which feels kind of obvious, but
Yeah.
I hesitate to give them knowledge about the Nocticon Ring.
They already know. I think. Oh, maybe not.
I hesitate to let them know that it's up and running
Why?
if we're not there to supervise their usage of it.
I mean, like Grace said, you could use it we could find the Deep Mind with it and tell them where it is, but it seems a little dangerous. We could leave.
I'm happy to invite them or talk to them, but which I thought was your plan initially, was to just tell them, hey, the Nocticon Ray is ready to locate the Deep Mind.
Yeah, we have things to do, and it's nice to have people working for
I
you.
agree. But the question is how much can we trust them?
I mean, look, what else could they do with the mountain? They have one goal, and it's to find the Deep Mind. They don't care about anything else.
Have I heard any stories
It's
about
power.
We could
You guys.
But it's easier to kill them after they're done and infect them with rot.
I'm sure you've made a history check about Get Yankee already.
Have we?
I feel like I have.
I mean, you guys have been.
Probably.
I wasn't part of that group at all, though.
Yeah.
I heard everything secondhand.
She's literally never met one of them.
Yeah.
You can do what you. I just.
Okay,
She's
I'm
never.
not going to fight you on this. I'm just saying, both Sarah and Azira need not have ever come across a Get Yankee to have levied numerous questions at me and the other master about them.
I don't remember.
But that's actually
if
true.
I said anything to me
Go ahead and
about
make a
it.
history check.
Okay.
Um,
I guess that would be the more proper thing to say, so I don't, if I did, I don't remember anything.
You can write a book or something.
15.
You've heard about them, but nothing in great detail. You know, they're warriors that can traverse the plains, exist
Nothing
primarily in
about
the astral.
a certain font for slaving.
They are scared of the rock, though.
I mean, I think their general reputation would include just some of their cruelty and potentially like even the fact that they have, you know, enslaved their enemies in the past.
And they looked into Shippy's mind. No. They looked into Togadog's mind. Shippy's? Both?
You're the one who's had.
I trust them.
You trust them.
Yes.
Ships look like boats.
Insight check.
Great trust.
I trust them.
You trust them? Okay.
Yes. Listen, I have a message for them. Tell them to come.
Gray's still angling to get one of the ships, so.
Where is it? I wrote it down. This is what he looks like. I hold up my doll.
I can definitely infer.
Sorry, I wrote in cursive. I could rewrite it, but it seems too challenging at this time.
No, your writing is perfect. Actually,
It's questionable. But thank you.
it's perfectly legible. I don't see any problem with it at all. Some people are writing that when you write, you can't read at all. So good. Okay. If you trust them, I will make the fatal decision to trust them as well.
As people ever let
You never.
You trust them enough to give them unsupervised access
Here's the
to
deal.
the powerful array that just sent a bunch of people to the far realm and brought back that creature.
I just don't see any other choice. Also, yes. Also, they are singular-minded as far as I can tell.
We could see how far they are away,
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
and then depending on that, we could.
Yeah, I don't know that they have any fast way to get to you.
Are we really, do we really want to go off on this new quest since we have a city that's depending on us to go find this wand and stuff like that?
Which new quest? There's like 8.
I think the
The one
priority.
going into the far realm.
No, I have no interest in going with them. Yeah, no. I don't want to do that. We were going after the Great Tree. Or to Lumos. We haven't quite decided.
Okay.
I want the gift to take care of the deep mind, not us.
Okay.
I haven't pulled up any of my spells. Oh my gosh.
Hey. Hey.
So what's our priority list? While I go over my spells and how to keep sending.
Well, Gray needs Rot to die.
Yes,
Yeah.
I agree that should be our first priority.
Bellerophon really needs to be saved.
Priority number 2.
Deep Mind gives us access to our memories if it dies, which can help
Priority
all of the things that we need.
Okay.
I was just asking Johan if he had any other goals. He
The
said
gods are
no.
still stuck in Shadow Hell.
The gods are still, and we still don't know what the fuck Shemadai is planning, except for we think that he's just trying to kill the thing coming out of the egg. And others that. And there's still one of them we still haven't seen. And
You don't know what's up with the shards. and stuff.
Xerox met her father? Question mark?
That's true.
Just a few things.
Yes. And may or may not be related to somebody powerful in the Imperium.
So there's that.
Hold one moment.
basic breath that I don't
There
do.
are so many good spells.
Listen, the only one we need right now is sending.
I haven't taken my next level spell, so.
What? Okay, what have you been doing all week?
That's all I could think about.
I know, I kept thinking about it, and then things would come up and I wouldn't do it, and then I'd try to log in, and D&D Beyond would be like, you have to actually log in, and I'm gonna forget that. Sorry, I'm so unprepared. Why does time have to time?
Great question.
It is a question. Time
Oh
travel.
my gosh.
Maybe we could pass beyond outside time. We would possess our futures and our pasts as well as our presents.
These Sarah's so bad.
Not anymore.
We are all of this, like, all Samsara are now dead. Like, there's just an entire species wiped out.
You guys.
Or maybe, maybe a mountain fruit?
Yeah, the Samsaran are, I mean, maybe like technically a species, but they were originally just a cult of various humanoids.
Oh, okay.
They were like a techno cult, basically, that wanted to transcend through their own genius and stuff.
And their best choice was spider people.
That, you are not entirely sure about. You may
Okay.
have some guesses about, or some questions
Lol.
about that related to things that
So what happens
Nazira
when
has
it
said.
goes,
Some comments Nazira has let slip about, like, I think Sarah says something like, this is what happens if you like lol. Or like,
Yeah.
so you might have some.
We did point out the
It's like
spider-like qualities, and I think that conversation with Johan about looks, tendencies, and tendency for treachery. What was that?
I think it was just a cough.
Okay, it sounded like a snort.
Yeah.
What did I say that was wrong about that?
Jared's just over here. Oh, these idiots don't know what's going on at all.
Coughing.
Oh my gosh, I want all the spells. Okay, so I need to get sending so I can cast that.
We have a long day, like, we have to travel. Grayson has a -3 penalty to everything.
And we're planning to fight
The rot again.
the rod again.
Can we determine, Gray, when you saw the mountain, how far away was it?
Oh yeah, where's
Can we talk with Shippy to figure out how far it is? If we do want to go that way?
Yeah, but would Gray remember
Be able to, like,
where it
know
was?
where it is?
plug into Shippy? You can show him.
Can you show Shippy?
Can I show Shippy?
Where the great stump is?
Yeah, like remembering where I was at.
Yeah, you're not sure, you can certainly try. Shippy does have this, enhanced connection to the Panopticon Atlas thanks to you all, and the Panopticon network has been activated.
Maybe like point roughly like here.
Can we?
So, is this something that you guys are all going to do?
Yeah.
We want to ask the question at least of how far it would be, whether or not it's our first destination.
Yeah. So you guys go to the captain's quarter in the rear of the ship, in the quarter underneath the quarter deck there, where the Panopticon Atlas also rests on its tableware. Where Shippy has created this.
Room or is that a different room? This is a room. In my head.
Yeah, I think that we've described that the Panopticon Atlas, the actual map, is used in this chamber here.
Okay.
But it is, that this chamber, basically this table and the perhaps even if the map, so long as it's nearby Shippy, is connected to Shippy now.
Mm-hmm.
And you have the map, which again is Moral has been for quite some time just left extended and open and active, but you recall, as you look at this thing again, this strange arcanotech with this like long cylinder that the map just kind of unfolds or unfurls out of, like a scroll of much greater size and can possibly fit inside this long wand pen thing.
Mhm.
But the atlas now is showing the bone wastes in much greater detail than it has before. Connecting the atlas to the mountain miner while the canonical network is turned on has revealed a lot more detail of the wastes themselves. And in fact, you can see the gray stump clearly marked on the map, or clearly visible when you zoom in, gray around gray points where you think it should be.
Here. Here. Right here.
You just like point and like say right here, and like that part of the map like expands in some detail, and you can see clouds like wafting over the landscape. This appears to be a, if not like live, a somewhat, very frequently updated sort of map that's actively being mapped and remapped.
It's not that far from Lumos. Just shout it.
Should be, how far is it to the stump?
It's hard to say from here. I think we're about 4 or 5 miles above the surface of the world. But again, regardless of how far away it is, I think I can get above it in a really short period of time. I'm feeling really fast and fit out here.
Yeah. So like we could get there in like a day or less, you think? If we
It would
went
take me
outside?
less than a day to get above the tree, and probably maybe about a day to descend to it.
Ah,
Okay.
that's fast.
That is fast. Thank you, Shippy. That's helpful. We'll let you assume what we
I
want.
think I can get you anywhere in the world in 2 days tops.
Oh,
That's amazing, Shippy.
Wow.
ultimate.
Wait, even to the blank spot at the back of the map.
Sure. We could even take a swing by it before we go to the tree if we wanted to.
How much fuel would that take?
Calm down.
Probably more than going slow.
I bet so, Shippy.
What are the Shattered Isles? Oh, I just wanted to go there.
Sure. I'd love to see him too.
Can we just take the whole?
No.
No time.
I
Anyways.
want a vacation. I want to just go on an exploration.
Let's see big helpers first, then.
No big.
Shippy, can you take us to the
Yeah.
plane of air?
If you have the Zephyr, I think we can go.
Okay.
We're going everywhere.
How far out in space can we go, Shippy?
I don't think there's a limit.
Also amazing.
We're gonna
I
go.
look at Beep Boop.
Tempt me. I've already given up on that mission. I have plans for later, though.
Okay. Hold on. I'm getting there. I promise.
Should we do a way of contacting the gift?
Wait, okay. I will send. So, we want to invite them here
Yes.
rather than ask them how long it will take.
I mean, they'll tell us in this response. I'm
Does
sure.
everyone agree with this?
No.
Pretty tired.
This is what. May I share what? Okay.
Of course.
The book would like us to say, Captain Zelthis.
So that's it.
Yes, I'm sorry.
Captain
Just
Z.
read that. I
It's okay.
do not always read the right
That's fine.
I hate when humans do this. The Big Help gang can locate the deep mine, come to the mountain floating above the waves, bring grace and bugs.
Yes.
Is everyone okay with that?
didn't know much last time.
He's got us some
Directly,
stuff.
I think it's probably our best bet, right?
Vitaria, what do you think?
I
Could you oversee them at the...
Xerox, come on, you trust them, right?
They let you keep your sword.
That's what I'm saying!
After initial contact, he
That is the extent
goes
of
out in a reasonable way.
their good deeds.
They just... I mean,
They helped kill the mind flayers.
and the stories, they don't always come off in the best light.
How many?
Who does? I mean, we've murdered countless people.
How many would be coming?
We don't know. See, there are so many variables that we can't account for.
I mean, how many is enough? Like, can we give them a?
Just ask for an envoy.
Yes.
Here's the other question. Can they even use this?
Possibly.
There's only one way to find out.
But if we're not even here for them...
But then Natalia can help, right?
Yes! She's not coming with us.
But I don't know how comfortable she feels. I don't want to assign her to something,
Yeah.
or, you know, as if by
Absolutely.
Victoria!
Would you be?
I
It's her choice.
would have volunteered for this myself. I think I could be of great use to them and could at the very least give you some warning if they do have some ill intent for the mountain.
You don't have a great track record for that, though. But I trust
We can
you.
trust her.
We can
Okay.
also not be explicit that we won't be present. So, I mean,
But they'll get here and expect us to be here.
well, we can explain our absence. We can,
If we have 6 or 7 days, I can make a simulacrum of each one of us.
I don't think we have that time.
Daria says, she kind of smiles a little bit. She says, maybe not the most useful or best use of our time, but Mount Inaru could generate some illusions if we wanted to try trickery.
I don't
You
think,
watch them.
I don't know that trickery is necessarily then or something I want to trade, because then that, I don't know. I think we want to stay as strong allies as much as we already are. I don't think we want to turn them against us.
I just feel
But,
a little protective over this mountain.
yeah, but if they don't
We're
know,
nearly gods at this point.
if they don't know that,
Here's a clip.
if they send an envoy expecting that we're working with them on this mountain, then I doubt they're going to send enough people to take it over.
Yeah.
You know? I mean, we can,
If it were only me, I would do my best to defend the mountain, but I may need to flee myself if I
yeah.
was defeated by your small company.
Till the times.
Yeah.
Do you want to stay?
Till the Tuts could stay, maybe?
Make a
I would
Vincent's
lend
game.
you.
Ellipses is downstairs.
I would
We'll
lend you
want
my
on
coin,
ship,
but
not bad.
it will be usable for another 6 days. Unfortunately. I
What?
mean, I suppose I could go to the Fae now.
I
That's
missed
being
something.
complicated.
But then I might get sent back at the wrong time. So.
Yeah. I think
I say we go for it.
I think we trust them. I think we try to make it work. It seems like their intentions have been good, and if Ataria can at least give us a heads up if things go sideways, well, then we know what our next problem to deal with is.
Just make sure you keep teleporting them
It
around.
sounds like you're only over 2 to 3 days away.
Yeah.
That should be.
Yeah, shipping can travel quite quickly. It's
But
not like
Arya,
we're moving the whole mountain
Make
around.
sure you keep teleporting them around.
Of course. Besides, I think, she looks at you, I think if you open the channel to me, we may be able to share our backup plan.
Alright.
She is referring to your clone.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
That's
Oh,
fine.
that's
I
true.
know about that one.
Okay, yeah.
We are gonna have to kill her one day. I mean,
Absolutely. No, of course you can Help yourself. We can always make it work.
Oh,
Yeah, keep you guys separated.
no dying at the same time.
Yeah.
We need to fight for whoever gets by.
Thank you, Victoria, for being willing to take this on and be, you know, an outlook here.
Can you send the sending spell? Do you have sending?
Of course, I have sending, and the mountain has
And the mountain has sending.
sending.
Perfect.
Great.
You keep
That way
ellipses.
I can be fully prepared to confront.
Ellipses stay
I
here.
don't know if I am capable of containing ellipses.
Totas is gonna be here.
appropriately.
You smart.
Totas will be here.
Let's
Togotat
do this.
says,
I will destroy ellipses at the first sign of
No.
despoilation.
Exactly.
It might be a good idea for Ellipses to come with us because if we manage to cure the rot, then it might inherently cure Ellipses at the same time if he's nearby.
Well, here's the question. Gray pointed out that he was going to murder Ellipses at the last episode.
Just
Our character. Did that happen?
No.
Can I go look through the window and make sure Ellipses is still
Yeah.
alive?
So-
Jim is crying in his
Yeah.
sleep.
Okay.
Yeah.
Gray just really doesn't want the rot around anymore.
It's already on you, buddy.
Yeah.
Would it
but-
be helpful to add Victoria to the book
Yes!
also?
Oh, do.
And then, yeah, Victoria, will you add your name to the messaging and the healing?
Great idea.
That way, just in case.
And ingenious magic.
I'm hoping
Actually, can I just pass this to Sarah to write a script or a similar
Just
script?
by
Yeah, that way it
have
happens.
a last name she would use.
Yes. Let me double.
People are just getting frustrated by how long this is taking, and then he remembers the last time that we took something fast, we killed a book that,
Yeah.
you know, made the world almost die.
Or grabbed a really bad crystal and almost killed Chibi.
We've never done that. I don't know what you're talking about.
I never jump into anything.
We've never done anything. This is what we've been saying the whole time. We needed these two here. So otherwise things are so just whim.
Do you have any thoughts about this one?
I trust the Gith Yankee as much as I trust you guys, so I.
Not very much at all.
So a little bit.
I do apologize. I can take you
us yet?
if you would like to return. I can.
I'm just. Whenever you're in the company of movers and shakers, it's really important to just get a lay of the land. It's a good fit, you know? And I don't think I've had quite enough time. I don't think I've seen you kill quite enough people to really tip the needle for me.
killed
You want more death?
Well, again, the ship full of people,
we didn't-
and then the
I was-
mountain
that
full
was
of
the-
people.
that was the shard.
That was the
That-
and
Samsarans.
The Samsarans.
I was full-heartedly against.
Do you
killing
want,
anyone.
you know, do you want a member's
Including
only
them.
tattoo?
I'm already marked. Thank you very much. I'm good. I'm
You are?
good.
I
I'm
think it was
good.
our hesitation to confront the Samsarans that really resulted in it. So it is our fault.
Legend lore, the Dark Star Prince Shard, please.
Right now?
No, just in general. Add it to the list.
When we're traveling, perhaps.
That is on my list, actually. And it's been on my list for quite some time. I need to send a sending to Mita.
Oh, yeah.
Who?
Mita.
Huh.
So,
Awesome.
what is Vitaria's last name?
You have the sudden realization that you have never heard Vitaria's last name, even in all your time in the library and stories and everything that you've shared. Vitaria says, I cannot speak my name without risking.
I understand.
I believe the title will be sufficient.
I have. Vitaria has signed her name.
Yes, she signed it. Yeah.
Okay.
So we do this. You send the message, or Vitaria, you send the message. I'll tell you what to say.
Yes.
Deepest message.
The Beepboop's message first. We'll send it from the ship so that no one has to use their spells. Can we use, should we just send it through the mountain?
Yeah, with the mountain turned on and activated, it should be gaining access to the systems. I'll say that you can use, some of those like simple systems of the mountain from Shippy.
Basically right there.
I no longer have
Just like basically like plugging into the Panopticon Atlas and kind of work through Shippy's connection to the Panopticon Atlas on board. It's like the physical map is allowing you this connection.
So we're going to send that message to the Gift Yankee and to Nita. Mark, Johan, remind me what the radiance was called?
The Sublime Radiance.
Sublime Radiance. Because I always mistake it for something else. Oh, that is my phone. Alright. And then to Nita, I'm going to send. Hello, Nita. Have you ever heard of the Sublime Radiance? It's a group of gods Lathander was part of.
Got one more.
Thanks!
Gotta use them all.
Remind me who Nita
So
is?
Nita-
I know the name, but I'm
Nita
trying to place the
was, she
character.
went into the Gloomwood with the party. She
Okay,
was
for
the
the-
cleric from Uradura. She's a level 12 cleric, at least she was last time I
Portrayed her.
Portrayed her, yeah. And she has since the Gloomwood expedition, she was originally from the Gwynbowl, and after a situation there that she decided she was not willing to be a part of, escaped to Uradura, or to the Free Cities, ended up going into the Gloomwood with everybody, and has since gone back to stay with family in Uradura, and has been working on unraveling things in the Gwynbowl ever since.
Hanging out with Nibble
She
soon.
was a cleric of Lathander, right? Which is why Zero wants to ask her about it.
I believe so.
Yeah, I
That
think
sounds
that's
right.
Thanderites.
Yeah. 12, so it's probably about a proficiency, 4 or 5?
Yeah, 4 proficiency bonus.
So why don't you give me a religion with a, I'll say just a +8.
I've actually got her character.
Well, that works too. I was just going to assume you're proficient and estimate, but
I mean,
yeah.
we'll say. Sorry, I'm rolling what?
Religion.
Religion. Oh, that's not great. 14.
14. Because you are Nita is an acolyte of Lathander, the DC for this sort of lore is a little bit lower. And some kind of more commonly or more like accessible information might be, or in this case certainly is, some young acolytes of Lathander like to tell stories around the campfires and stuff when they're on retreats and whatnot at Bible camp.
Oh God, I hate everything right now.
And they tell stories of the horrific
God.
abominations that lurk in the night and all that stuff, but also of some of the worst tales of all are cults of Lathanderites that have gone astray. And Nita knows only of the Sublime Radiance as some cult during the collapse after the gods had left. The cult of the Sublime Radiance wanted to things like there's this phrase the story that they've heard of the campfire however many years ago is mostly lost to memory, but this phrase of pouring the radiance of flame across the world.
That sounds rowdy.
Is that bad?
I have no plan.
Oh,
It's one of my thoughts, just like reminding of how much I wish I had drawn my pens.
across the world.
That wasn't actually asking. Thank you very much. I appreciate it.
Mita immediately plays, Deligent! Yes, a cult of Lathander, a rumor, during the collapse. Something about pouring the radiance of flame across the world. Don't know much more than that.
Don't know much more than.
So my contact didn't know too much, but she did know that it was related to a cult of Lathander, which had a saying of pouring the flame of radiance across the world. But she didn't know much more than that.
Yeah, when myself and that adventuring party visited the ruins, the church for the Sublime Radiance, we, in the quarters of the priests, we read stuff very similar. Unfortunately, we didn't have time to dig through the library that was at that chapel. And I'm sure there's a lot of material related to the Sublime Radiance there. Don't even get me started on the chairs.
Were they dangerous?
I don't know. We couldn't figure out. There was 5 chairs, each that had a ray, like a ray from the sun. It was the emblem they were using for the Sublime Radiance. One of them looked like it was broken, and then it clicked into place. We couldn't figure it out. Probably somewhere buried in the library. I don't know. I'm still a little bitter about it, but
For the gods!
It was active during the collapse. That's the other information she knew. Which
Did she?
matches with
Yeah.
your description of where you found it.
That's right. Can you read for me the other message you sent? The one.
Captain Zelflis. Zelfis. Sorry, I can't.
Zelfesic.
4 or 5 words.
It's not your reading.
No, it's okay. No, I know it's fine. I'm just enjoying it. It's fine.
one word mark, but there's periods in there.
Yeah.
You have to stutter it out.
There's a hyphen, a few apostrophes.
The big health gang can locate the deep mind, come to the mountain floating above the wastes, bring grace and folks. Beautiful.
We didn't have any for Gray. That was
Whoa.
very sad. Aw, look at that.
Oh wow!
It's beautiful. Literally just found out about that
Perfect.
today.
Yeah, Joel uncovered some of the inspo for that name and application.
Nice.
Randomly, thanks Reddit.
Yeah. The is Yankee soon. This is you, not Victoria, doing you're doing it though. Like it sounds like you're doing the sending through.
If I can do it for shipping
Yeah.
without using a spell slot, I will.
Elven witch.
How does he know that?
Oh, they never met.
Yeah.
Did he try on you?
Like
I think he's at a party, and he's.
They're psychic. Anyways.
That's just how they all say hello.
It's plausible they know that about their party. They saw their party out when we were in.
We're starting off on a good foot. Call me an elven witch, so I'm not sure how I feel about
He
it.
does. He talks like that to everybody.
I don't know, really. Okay.
Know that the deep mind is on the move,
The deep mind is on the move,
and the wanderer too.
and the wanderer too.
That's better.
The moon.
Mm-hmm.
I started saying the word, but then I doubted that I remember the right word, or if I had crossed over to Critical Role Land again. They have the same R. Rafa.
Mm-hmm.
The Wanderer also.
And the Deep Mines.
And the Deep Mine, oh
The
yeah.
Deep Mind is on the move, the Wanderer also.
We are in pursuit and cannot disengage.
They are in pursuit and cannot disengage.
What is it you demand of us?
What is it we demand of them?
Do you like actually know where it is? Or are you just... Do they know the exact location? Because last time they didn't know the exact location.
We should tell them that we have the means to find the exact location.
Yeah.
I will send a
We
response.
do, right?
Yes.
Because Atlas will tell us
Yeah.
that.
It will have to.
We haven't tried, I just
Cannot-
assumed.
I mean, let's not take them away from their mission if we can't.
We have the means to find the exact location. If you do not have that information yet, and we wanted to offer that to you. No demands.
16.
Bugs are really important if you're coming.
I don't say that. one bug mentioned for conversation. Isn't it?
It says, we will send some warriors while keeping the others in pursuit. How confident are you of this?
We'll send some warriors while keeping others in pursuit. How confident are we of this?
Well, do you want to try to look real quick?
Vitaria, what would be the danger assessment, do you think, if we pay out wise? Could we find, I don't think we could find it quick. It would have to do a full survey, wouldn't it?
You know what you're looking for.
No,
it's-
but no, they found the rock really quickly, didn't
Yeah.
they? Okay. Would it tip it off, well, I guess, would it tip it, the deep mind off to the fact that we...
I mean, we're.
Shall I just say near 100% certainty?
I would say.
Should I just say we have the Panopticon array?
Say we're certain.
We're quite certain.
100%.
We don't.
Victoria
We
says,
don't want to test.
my only concern is if we set their expectations at a certain level and cannot deliver, I will be the one.
Yeah. Yeah. Exactly.
Yes, I'm very worried about that as well.
We are quite certain.
While you may not
but-
care about my fate,
I didn't
if
say
you care
that.
about the success of this endeavor,
Yeah. I think we say we're fairly certain that we can't test it because we don't want to alert the deep mine.
Seems reasonable.
We are reasonably certain, though we hesitate to test it because we do not wish to alert the deep mind to our capabilities.
very well. We will join you in this effort.
How long will it take?
How long will it take for you to arrive?
The nearest vessel that arrive. How do they even tell time? They like say something that like does not
Doesn't compute. Just a few light years.
Yeah, they do it in like
Some like
so-
astral units
yeah.
of like weird like measurement, not based on
Like
any like.
the equivalent of using knots.
Yeah.
How many turns of the planet?
1/2.
It'll take them half a day to get here.
That's not bad.
Are you fine waiting without us?
Or we could wait for them.
Or we could make our way to the rot. There are 2 people dying now.
Okay. I feel fine. And if we wait, we do have the advantage of buying time for great strength.
It's true.
But it is time. I mean, everything is stretched. Time is so stretched.
Yes.
We have so much to do.
What can I do in the
Can we use Shabi to scry on the location of the tree?
Oh yeah, that's good.
Yeah, like I think
Because I would scry on the Harbinger, but
right.
he would just use his legendary. I mean, maybe that's a good idea. Maybe I should try. Maybe I should try
Use
scrying
all of his
3
legendary
times.
listens. Those do come back.
Just do it the day of the fight. Yeah, absolutely. You can tap into the Mount Inaru's or the Panopticon network again through Shippy. You just want to scry on. You can scry on locations, right?
Yeah. Objects.
Target is a particular creature you choose that is on
Read
the
the
same
bottom.
plane of existence. On a failed state. Why is that? That's so stupid. Instead of targeting a creature, you choose a location you have seen before as the target of the spell. When you do this, it appears at the location and doesn't move. I think Gray's the one that's seen it. So you'll need to get Gray to activate the Panopticon network.
Gray, come with us.
Go ahead and
I'm
stand
going
up.
to have you look. I'll look at see if we can spy on the Harbinger.
Okay.
Okay, we'll go and we'll have Gray activate.
Activate?
Yeah, I give up on words. Activate, or we'll have Gray use the okay.
Cool. Well, Shippy's still this close to Mount Inaru. You, Gray, you're not really sure what they're asking you to do. You can see the map in front of you. Their Nazira's telling you to activate the Panopticon network to look at the tree, and you just try and look at the tree on the map, and then you poke it, and you poke it, and you poke it, and the map zooms in on the tree, and this scrying oracular vision is displayed on this artifact. You see this almost camera descend from above over the tree, and it descends through this chaotic swirling storm of crackling pale green energy. And as you get down below this layer of clouds, you see the expanse at the center of which lies what remains of the world tree. This great stump, this rotten flesh of this tree clinging to the still strong core, the heartwood of the tree that still stands, at least broken and fractured with the rest of the now the rotten flesh of the outer layers of the tree just kind of falling off of it in chunks. But it's even still now towering hundreds and hundreds of feet in the air, still taller than the most tall and massive redwood tree. Just the stump of this once magnificent and difficult to imagine the scale of this thing that it once must have had. You see that it is there among this great rotten expanse of blighted swampland around. And you can see it's almost boiling and percolating with movement. You can see right now things are boiling up out of the swamp, and you can see this strange almost creature with this enormous expanded you can see the veins through the flesh of this thing's back, because its back is expanded into this enormous gas-filled cyst or something, and it floats this little goblin-like creature with its back and stuff just converted into this balloon of gas floats into the air, and you can see that there are dozens of these bubbling up from the swamp and then floating up into the air around the great tree. You see, with this magic already beginning to fade, you see more and more movement among the swamp, creatures that are, many of them even submerged in it, lurking around beneath the surface. And you see a great host of things
all sorts of rotten creatures that are so similar to horrific zombies and things, but there's these like tendrils of fungus and things like holding their flesh and bone together and animating them. Horrors that you've seen various incarnations of, creatures of the rot, gathering around the base of the tree. And there is a great mass, dark cancerous mass of flesh growing from its base. Where rests, you feel in the a sureness, as sure as the pain in your back when you witness this. The Arbinger is there waiting for you, as well as the tree itself.
Must save tree. Gray's gonna run out and start shooting arrows down towards the planet.
Shooting arrows out into space.
He looks downstairs and watches the screen.
Zero takes a brief few minutes to see if there's any way to make this thing shoot laser. We
They're targeting
to
from up here, right?
He just drops big rocks from space on it.
Yeah.
That seems dangerous.
I think the longer we wait, the more of it there will be to fight.
Yeah, I
So-
think we hustle to it.
We don't want to wait half a day. Right?
That's how long it's gonna take for them to get here.
Movement? Yeah.
I think,
We could also, you just saw it, we could teleport there.
It's true.
Gray was saying something about trees earlier.
Lead tree.
which is
Enter
still-
tree,
that
You
exit
can
other
teleport back too.
Trees, oh fuck, we're over the
Yeah.
bonus. There's no trees here.
Why don't
Shippy is made of wood. It's like a tree.
There might be some more living trees or some animate furniture inside.
Oh, there was a tree in
It was in the shape of a tree for a while.
Yeah!
We could see if we could do that and just stick it all on the rod.
Yeah, it's hungry furniture, maybe it doesn't grow up for you. And then what fresh metal would you create?
I almost took true polymorph and I was like, we could turn like all kinds of random creatures into things that would fight for us. And then we make a new one every day.
Simple and ornament.
But I figured, I mean, this whole like half a year of adventure has been like a week. So that's like 7 creatures at most. That's not a lot.
So far, in the past, I am up to
How long will it take Shippy to get us down there?
2 days.
That will make my penalty only a -1.
1 month and 19 days.
Yeah, and that'll help us out.
Up to Zika.
It's gonna take us so long. I don't think that half day is going to
Matter.
matter.
Let's plan a week.
Taria says, I would also note that if Yankee are as eager as you say to find their quarry, if we are successful, I doubt they'll be wishing to wait any further before they begin their hunt.
Yeah. So we can send them a message saying we were trying to deal with something in the meantime. If you beat us back to the mountain, we have an ally waiting for you to help to find the location. We have to deal with something else in the meantime.
How quick can the mountain get to the stone?
Well, we just need Shippy to take us to the
Yeah.
Right, but if the
If
mountain
the mountain needs to move.
and the tree are both in the same
What if we
relative
just
area.
all moved?
But
and
it,
they
but it
come
needs to be
us?
at the Panopticon Atlas. There needs
It's
to be
a-
the Appalachian Strawberry to really work the mountain.
True.
Moving it away
Is that
would
right? So,
be
That's true.
tedious for them.
Sorry, this is, Boop is correct. If we remove the mountain from its current location, it will disconnect itself from the Panopticon network.
yeah.
We should
We-
go.
Do we have a way to teleport back to the mountain right now?
We didn't tell them we would assist them in the
Yes.
hunt. We did tell them we would.
Yeah, just help them find the deep mind.
Yeah. And
So-
we can also try to teleport to meet them somewhere if we must. That's an option.
don't we take a
No!
10-minute break?
Terrible
You guys
decision.
can think on this for a little while longer.
I don't know.
I think,
Well, do we wait? What do you say, Gray?
We wait.
wait,
Xerox?
Xerox.
Vote?
I vote we wait.
Wait. Johan?
Wait, Laura waits. Wait.
no,
Alright,
who
let's
wants
go.
to go?
Go.
You want to, oh,
Yeah.
yeah. That's
So the wait is wait for the Yankee
They get there.
to arrive and maybe wait till they finish their search and find the thing and then tell them good luck and say
Goodbye.
We have to go do this, we'll meet you there, maybe?
I guess there isn't a whole lot of reason.
There's no
Yeah.
reason to wait.
Yeah, go.
I think
Go.
we go because, yeah, I think it's the best use of our time to go quickly. And then we can hopefully still help the gift Yankee.
Do we, you had brought up a good question about the teleportation or means of teleportation.
We
to
have
the mountain.
lots.
Yeah.
Do we actually have locks?
Is there a
Like-
tree, is there a tree on this mountain?
Mm,
If we could take a tree off this mountain, we could
Can we-
teleport.
any
that
tree we have, we can teleport somewhere. Nazira can teleport
Wait,
somewhere.
way. No, it has to be.
Nibbles is just a phone call away, and he has 2 teleportation slots.
Okay. Then it seems like we have the means to find out very quickly if something's gone sideways, and then likewise
Come back.
ready out if we need to.
Yeah,
I just have to be careful not to use that.
Spell slot.
we are going to be fighting the rocks. And we have 2 days. It's 2-day journey.
I just need to have access
We
to a
need a
tree.
tree to
Yeah.
do it.
Or a tree.
So,
Is there a tree? We can use the mountain to survey the area to see if there's a tree we can see. Would that
Or if there's a
suffice?
tree on the mountain.
There was
Yeah.
one
I mean, we
tree
can-
in the
we can
mountain,
take it-
but
yeah, we just need a tree on the
Oh, you're talking about a tree on, I thought you were
On
talking
the
about
boat.
teleporting down and then back up.
Hmm.
I can get us back up.
Can you get us down?
I could, but there is a chance of failure because I don't have anything specific in that spot.
also, Shippy being there is kind of...
It is handy. I think we take Shippy and come down. Yeah. And then we go the slow boat there. Sorry, Shippy, you're very fast. You're very teleport. It's a boat.
That's okay! Oh, there you are.
Can Gray,
We need the tree to teleport through.
is there a tree in the area that's living
On the mountain.
on the mountain?
You
Could
saw swampy rock things that you
Are not
hesitate to classify as trees. At this
But that's at the great tree.
But,
On the
You
mountain.
can teleport us to the great tree, which is a tree.
point. I'm sorry, what?
On the
I have
mountain.
to have seen it.
Mount Ainaru?
Yeah, there's no tree.
And touched it.
No, I think,
Yeah.
no, I guess I could zoom in on it.
I would like to zoom out on the tree that we were looking at and see like if I can tell how far the rot has spread from the tree.
Yeah, it looks hundreds and hundreds of miles. Like the concentrated swamp rot is probably, I don't know, maybe like a third of the expanse of the 3 cities, maybe half of it in scale.
Damn.
And that's just like the deep rot where it's so concentrated. It's
We're
like,
gonna have to teleport there.
yeah,
Try to
it's
get
just
close.
like, you know, how
I
many
must have
feet
seen.
thick
Yeah,
of this swamp water and stuff, or rot water. It looks like.
Is the tree still a tree?
Is the tree still a tree? The
Like,
great
this is
Yeah.
a great tree.
Oh, do you want to teleport to it?
Yeah, like, is that a possibility? Is
Can
it
you
still-
tree stride through the great tree?
From what you know of the great tree, it has so far retreated within itself
Hmm.
to save, you know, some essence of itself and to save its connection to the world around it, so that the rot can't just invade through the pathways already made by the tree, effectively.
I could probably like scroll around
It would be.
to find a tree.
Yeah, absolutely. Like if you wanted to like use the atlas to try and find a tree in the outlying expanses around the great tree, like you could do that. Probably a good ways out from what you saw though, like the
Like 100 miles
central
out.
area around
Like
the
at
tree
least
is
a day's
so swatted.
So we're really.
swamp rotten that it's probably not viable.
Yeah, so it looks like teleportation there or Shippy is our best option to get in there.
quickly.
That makes sense.
Yeah. I think we must leave urgently then. I'm trying to get it.
Did you say
I think Greg really does want to go down and tell Ellipses to go to the mountain and cast polymorph on him. Turn him into a bird so he can discreetly fly to the mountain. Whether people want him there or not.
Ellipses?
Yeah.
No!
Maybe the lizard halls of Mount Inaru. A wailing despair in the way.
He can feed off himself, he's fine.
Do we need backup? Do we need backup? Why can't Bellerophon leave? If he leaves, he's...
If he leaves, he'll become the
Yeah, okay.
Orcus.
Will he work only for Orcus? Because they seemed like they could have, like... Never mind. It's neither
I
here nor there.
believe that Orcus wants to eliminate all thinking.
What if we go get the wand first, and then take Bellerophon to kill the rot?
I think we want to, if we are able to do that, that would be postponing the issue. The rot would spread further, and then we probably.
But then we have a god on our side.
Use the champion of Ilmater against the Empire.
I think he's better to use against the Empire. Because he knows they're,
My plan is to get
and he's motivated.
all of those gods, hopefully free them and take them and use them as allies against the Empire.
Sounds like we're going to go to the hells.
Shadowfire.
Same thing.
A little different. I don't know. It'll be okay.
That's all deserving.
Oh, why does the game have to be so complicated? I just want to win.
There's just
Beautiful.
so much to do. It's so fantastic. I love it. I want to go everywhere and do everything.
Hey, I know that place.
I love being high level.
You is the rock.
I don't know if you saw this, but there is one that
Oh, thank you.
Oh, yeah.
Mark, why do you have to make such a complicated game?
Oh, you know, what happens when you play it this long. You just keep adding things.
There's so many places that we can go.
Oh, shucks.
Everywhere takes us.
The rock would seem to be our most immediate problem.
I know, right?
Yeah, I think we have to deal with the rot.
We just have to, yeah,
Because it was gaining power every second.
we need to figure out how we're gonna deal with the rot.
We've assessed its strengths and its weaknesses.
And us.
And it has a swamp of dead things ready to
It does.
fight for it.
Greg wouldn't mind at least another day of rest to regain his spell slot and lose more of his negative. But
I mean, if we take it.
It's gonna take 2 days. You're gonna get -1 either way.
I thought we were trying to like get there.
No, I
I
just.
don't think we're gonna teleport. I don't think we're
I'm
gonna wait
down
in.
to wait the 2 days again.
Yeah, if
Can
we,
somebody teleport? Is it possible to teleport more Bellstone to Shippy?
Perhaps, here's an idea.
Can we teleport more Bellstone to Shippy?
Could we bargain with the Githyanki? Our assistance for their assistance.
We already tried.
But we've already showed them where the deep mind is.
I mean, they said that they would assist us after the Deep Mine died
Yeah.
if we helped kill the Deep Mine, which we are technically doing by showing it to them, maybe? I don't...
Seems pretty helpful to me.
Yeah, like, that seems helpful. So, they said yes, but also they have one mission in life.
I guess it depends, like, where is the deep mind? Like, what if it's deep? Well, yes. But I mean, if the deep mind is only a half a day away from where we are, Shibi can go much quicker in space.
Yeah, but she'll tell us.
Right. But
So
Then we
can,
could say-
then we can turn.
then you know.
Shippy travels
then you know
fast
we're
in
on.
space. I get you.
Yeah.
I hear you. Us two. Look at us go. Back and forth. We've been fighting since you got here.
Fighting? I wouldn't call it fighting.
Arguing.
You bring out the best in me, Bifu.
Thank you. I wish I could say the same. He does love Lucia. Without her, the world would be destroyed by his fast acting ways. Can you teleport things though? Like, if we need more Bellstone?
I think I could get 10 people through the transport to plants thing. I mean, 10 people could hold a lot more.
That's true.
I mean,
I'm thinking about having
guy.
her send me to the mines for a second, and then Nibble sending me back.
It would be based on, because the teleportation spell is about teleporting creatures, not
Stuff.
stuff. Yeah, so it'd be
But
how
you
much
could
they can carry.
Bag of it.
Yeah.
How much can I carry?
Did you have a cart full of it and would it still teleport you? Like a wheelbarrow? Like, that's hard of you. What if Beefo grafts it onto him?
Shippy says,
I don't say
kind
that.
of. It sounds like you're wanting to acquire a lot more Bellstones.
Just in case.
Why don't you just teleport all of us?
We can teleport you?
Sure can.
What?
Oh. But,
You even
I
started to
wanted
do
to
it
do
once.
that so many
oh yeah, we
times.
did, didn't we?
You had to abort it because things were looking pretty hairy.
That was the last time we saw the kid!
So we can just teleport Shippy.
How do we... You can teleport, Shippy? How many times can you teleport? Or did we use up one of our spells?
You need to cast some magic, but my self-harmonizing interplanar pleasure yacht status gives me the ability to extend that teleportation ability throughout the entire ship, to expand it. It costs a lot more Bellstone than a normal teleportation now.
We're going to get teleported.
Exactly.
Yeah, and it doesn't make sense to use a
Normal
bunch to get
teleportation
more.
only costs a verbal component, Shippy.
Which
And
teleportation spell?
Teleport.
What's the
Components, V.
Oh, that's...
Yeah, Shippy, where'd you get your
Seven
wizarding
level.
degree?
seven total teleport. Arcane Circle.
Takes the chalk.
Yes. Because you have to draw the actual arcane circle.
Mhm.
But I imagine that for Shippy to teleport at all, it would cost, because you're channeling it outward into the
No. I didn't figure that out.
We did figure this out so long ago, but it hasn't come up in so long now. I don't remember. So yeah, I would say it's still depending on the spell you use. So if you wanted to use the teleport spell, it would probably not even require a huge amount. It still will require some Bellstone because you will, in order to expand the capacity of the magic inherent in the spell to incorporate Shippy's whole. What are you laughing at over there? Shippy's whole.
Wow.
Sorry.
I'm so giddy about it because this is the thing.
Yeah, so I'd probably put that at
Pretty soon, every word is going to be a double.
I know.
at 100 pounds of Bellstone.
Okay.
Okay.
But we stacked up 3,000 last time we were there, so...
Yeah.
You stacked up 3,000.
Last time we were there, we put 3,000 pounds of Bellstone on Shippy.
Yeah, because
I used a healthy amount.
Yeah.
How much did you use?
Whatever it cost for worst case, which didn't work.
That was
Oh, so sad. I should have just cast Fireball.
next time.
Yep, now I know.
The Bellstone converts at 1 pound is 100 gold.
That's right.
The more exotic materials baseline is
1500.
500 per pound. Yeah, so it would be, was that 100?
150 pounds?
No, it'd be 15 pounds.
15 pounds?
Times 100 is 1500, yeah. So yeah, it's 15 pounds of Bellstone to cast that spell. It's like
my
pulling a
range,
huge chunk
my range in pounds is a bag of home. I said it could have also been the ruby, because I know I have one of those.
Oh, you did say that. That's true. Because you used your energy.
Okay. I think we should talk about dealing with the rot.
So are we decided if we're taking the vote to, we're taking Shippy to the lot? Or are we still debating?
I'm going to see what B group wants to do.
Okay.
Wants to get lost in or something. But we could take Shippy, we could just go on Shippy straight to the lot.
We should do that. We can get those on afterwards. We want to do that now.
And then we don't even have to wait.
Mhm.
Or we could get, close enough that it would still cost a spell. So we would just get at least much closer, I guess. But if Shippy teleports, I believe we will still be under the same strictures as the regular teleportation spell with percentage of the chance to arrive in the correct area if
Right.
we don't have something from that location.
So I think we might be best to just take Shippy for the day and a half that it'll take us to get there. Then we'll know the spot if we need it in the future.
Could we fly Shippy through the world tree? If I cast travel through plants? I mean, it's a large tree.
Cannot fit should be.
This is your task. So let's
I think we should just do the 2-day journey.
yeah,
Yeah.
let's just do the 2-day journey. Go to the rock, let Greta cover a little. We'll give them we'll message again and let them know that that's our plan, that we have to deal with this, but that our ally is here to help them locate the deep mine, and use our resource. We make it clear that it's our resource in our language, just to be careful. And yeah,
Ellipses, stay or go? Go.
Stay!
he should come with us. He can be cured that way. I mean,
It's not to be there, be cured.
no, that's not true. But why would we?
Didn't you say the Yankee do not like the rock?
They don't like
Yeah.
the rock. They're scared of it.
Let's-
Probably
Let's
not introduce that risk.
let's
We also
not.
don't want the mountain or the Panopticon array to fall under
The rocks. Yeah, I think Lucy stays on board.
You don't like rock.
I
I know we got probably a couple days to figure it out, but how are we actually going to deal with the Harbinger?
Kill it.
So
Great, and how?
I'm thinking about this. First off, we know that the
Be
most
bested.
effective is to attack it directly rather than using abilities that do direct damage to it, rather than abilities like I cast Force Cage, but it was able to get out.
She's talking to you, Xerox.
I also, we can also stay, some of us that are ranged combatants may be able to stay in Shippy and shoot from above.
Ooh, the guns.
The guns, we have the guns as well.
Yeah, maybe Ellis and
I believe
Timothy?
that
can.
I should be able to protect the minds of 2 people now instead of just 1, with the similar
Ooh.
protection that I and Xerox had.
What about the shard?
I can shove it right up its butthole.
No hurt tree.
The shard? The tree doesn't have psychic energy. Or,
Does it?
No hurt tree.
I will never hurt
I
the
don't know. I don't like using the shard.
We have
Shard or Shippy.
Yes, for sure. We do have the knowledge that this thing has exceptional resistance to psychic energy.
So probably not the shark.
Exactly. And it,
I couldn't knock it on its back. When I casted my whirlwind, I could not get it prone.
It was immune to charm. It can't be prone. It's resistant.
I can get focus on just me with Harbinger of Rock.
Okay.
Okay.
I think it has exceptional mental statistics.
I could summon a Fae to fight with us potentially.
When is that horn gonna be ready again?
7 days.
But we've got spells. We've got things we can do.
We're rested.
We're rested. We're in better shape.
With the lot, let's see here, does this do any damage actually?
I'm just a little concerned
Shippy, can
based
you
on
start
what we
flying us
saw.
towards the great tree now?
Of course.
It came to us, and it was all by itself last time. Now we're going to it, and it's surrounded by rock.
We'll fly.
We're going to its turf for this fight, and
I'm preparing Sunbeam,
13 stealth.
which will get,
Stealthily, stealthily.
particularly powerful in Sunday.
Stealthily
Uh,
fly it.
I think everybody on the deck of Shippy, having this conversation as far as I'm aware, notices the world around and start moving.
Really into that conversation.
At least 3 of us from
Let's use the bat.
the psychic damage, it won't be able to heal it. And I believe that's what it was doing last time. It would lock on people, it seemed.
when it saw us, it would feed off of our fear.
It
If it lost one side, it couldn't.
Really staying on the ship.
Great, you're gonna be there.
All the ship.
No.
Barrier.
You have to plant your seeds.
When I went last time, instead of
Yeah,
blinking us in front,
After dying,
I just blanket its head.
No, if you bring the tree back, it'll be able to kill the rocks.
Do you like blindness or things like
Help
that?
bring
I just
back
got fog cloud.
But hopefully.
You're the druid.
Unless it moves, because I think fog cloud is.
no, some spell.
Station.
Try.
It's a sphere, it's that.
Need rest.
But it
Change
just,
spell.
it breaks that.
Aren't you just a tree?
Like I said, we have 2 days to
We've
figure
got
this
no
out.
ways to figure out. Okay.
Yeah, we got 2 days to figure this out.
Yeah.
We know how this whole seedling of the great tree thing works.
I mean,
Legends
we don't
lore?
have a step-by-step pamphlet.
Why didn't we ask Mary this?
And Gray wasn't around for this conversation.
We need to get going.
Yes, go, ship it down.
Let's.
You notice that Shippy is already on the move, and
Notice
Beeboop
the-
is
the
walking
coming
away, like,
from-
Beeboop is like coming back up the stairs from being down in the, like, chatting with Shippy directly, quietly.
Should be. We're beep boop. You set our course.
Yeah.
Okay.
No? Yes.
And were we passing over that blank spot in the world?
No.
No,
Not even
that's
close.
on the other side. That's just very fascinating. You know? I would love to. A spot that's not covered by the Panopticon Atlas.
Okay.
And also, we
There?
had an issue with the continent on the other side of the world that we didn't know about. And also, the Shrouded Isles were on a broken little whole one.
Such a big one.
I think there's so much to
Why would Mark create it if he didn't want us to explore at all?
This is what we need to
Should be,
get
just to be
for.
clear,
That's
the
not
course that we're plotting, is it gonna take us past that blank spot on the Panopticon Atlas?
No, we can plot a short detour.
No.
How
We
sure
go
are
a
you
long way
talking?
around the planet, and we'll take maybe 6 more hours? Like I said, most of the journey is going to be going down through the
After.
atmosphere.
Stop getting distracted, Johan.
After.
Most of the journey is just
Stay.
6 hours?
A quarter of a day.
Don't get distracted.
But what if we see something that we just have to...
Victoria says,
We already have so many things we have
I thought you were supposed to be on the
Says goodbye and is not here anymore. That's right. You guys started your journey. Sorry. I guess in reality, when should be sort of moving, Victoria's like, oh, alright.
I'm off now.
And some quick goodbyes are made, and Victoria disembarks Simone Angrew.
Good luck!
She says on her, Toby Tots, her last words to you all are, as you guys are still like deep in conversation about, the upcoming fight with the Harbinger of Rot, says that if this creature has found itself a fortified position, if he's brave enough, luring it out might be your best effort.
Yeah,
That's all.
Yeah.
it's a good idea.
We could use Gray as bait.
Yeah, what's the worst that could happen?
We can protect Gray.
Not protect last time. Try. Appreciate try.
I do apologize for that.
I don't think we were prepared for the rock last time.
Yeah, no, that was not the
Expect
case.
that to
Quite
be,
exhausted.
yeah.
We thought we had won.
But it's the thing, like we weren't able, it was a struggle against the rot last time, but we were also at the dredges of our supply. Like we were already running on fumes. Like we may be going to its home turf, but we were also much more prepared. So I think if we can draw that out, great, but I think we are stronger perhaps than it thinks we are.
Toby Tots says,
Deception and trickery. These are not the ways of destruction.
You?
Strike swift and true against the heart of evil, and we will banish it from the world.
I love your enthusiasm.
You're supposed to go to the mountain with the other one.
we
Go!
were just talking about last words with
yeah.
Victoria, so
Go.
Toby Tots gets one last.
Thank you, Token Hawks.
Yes.
We will attempt to live upstairs
Sometimes I
together.
think the,
I am here if you need any further tactical advice.
They've met before.
Okay, just making sure.
So Victoria and Toby Tots are left behind in Mount Angrew. Ghost Mountain.
There's only 2 people on an entire mountain. How much do we trust Vitari? No, it's fine. It's fine.
Actually, it's the time of my life.
You better.
I will.
Darling!
I'll send
Toby Tots is very questionable.
to the Gig Yankee, letting them know that the whole big thing isn't going to be there. That will leave a representative there.
Vitari can do that.
I think yes,
We'll leave news.
Victoria's.
No, don't leave this. He might show up.
Yeah, Nix is back there.
I think we tell the Yankee that we have a very urgent matter we have to address. That we have a representative ready to help them. And that we can potentially teleport back if we have to.
Who did this Gig Yankee have the most rapport with?
Me.
You want me to stay?
No. We
I'll
have 2 days before we get there.
You can teleport me back. That's fine. I can stay. I'll stay.
Mm-mm.
I gotta spy on myself and go back to the mountain. Victoria can send me to
How would
the
you feel if I made a copy of you?
bad.
Why?
Because
They could interface with the.
I'm the one and only.
Right.
I'll stay. You can send me back.
Really disappointed.
What did you say?
Not long at all.
Oh, well, that's cool. I mean,
No,
okay.
no, thank you.
Okay.
I'm watching.
Big Boop, if you're
I
not
won't do it
with
without
us, I don't have my blank if we had
I'll be there. Teleportation works.
Don't go back. You're fine.
Alright.
Perhaps leave them a message. Can Mount Ainaru save a recording from someone and play it?
Absolutely.
Yeah, let's do that.
Let's have Bibu do that.
I'll hold my sword the whole time. Brothers in arms. I'm sorry that I could not be here. Urgent Matters takes us away. This. What did you call her? Sorry, taking a lot of notes.
Wait.
Yeah, something witch. Elven witch is a friend. And will help you find the deep mind. If you have any questions, we're available via message center.
Come back urgently.
And yes, everything.
You can hear them, obviously, because this is a recording. Tell Zelthas that we are ever grateful for his support and armaments. And once you're done killing the deep mind, give us a call.
We're going to combat the rot.
Yes, we're going to kill the rot. You're scared of it.
Must destroy the rot.
Chickens, come and fight it.
Saving the world.
Just kidding, I don't say any of that. This is a recording. Shit.
That means we can
Sorry,
record.
do we need to try again?
No, we're out. Bye.
We'll just use
Final
the image
recording.
and we'll do
Ending.
the post.
Anything else? This is the last time.
No, nothing. God.
3 months.
Ending.
Bring my
I will convince them that this message is not an insult to someone.
Do we do anything they would like? Like, can we give them like a treat when they arrive? Or do they need?
I think we're overthinking this.
Good, that's good.
Yeah.
And a bullet ring in it.
I'm trying to think how to bring it in before there's a men's movie.
Excellent. That,
Zira fights back the urge to delete the recording.
Yeah, that's fine. They don't even know you.
No, and yet I feel like. Alright, Lataria, please keep us apprised of the situation as it occurs.
of course, I'll use the mountain to communicate
Would-
any issues
Would
as
anyone
they
like a
arise.
copy of themselves made? No. Xerox? Your copy could stay with Lataria.
Can you probably do this?
Doesn't it take a day to make?
Not that I use Wish.
We're leaving.
It's expensive!
God, she really wants to use
I
this.
do. Buttons are purple.
Save it.
The basic use of this spell is to do any other spell of 8th level or lower.
Okay.
Without any, you don't need it to meet any requirements,
I
not any
mean-
costly components.
Yeah. Okay.
If you would like to read a copy of people here, then yeah.
I think make a copy of something.
Wrong answer.
Because, yeah, for if it doesn't cost us anything, then do it.
And they're familiar with you, Xerox, correct?
You might think it's Yankee.
Yeah.
What's that? They're familiar with me, yes.
Yeah. Let's leave Xerox.
I wish to make a simulacrum of Xerox.
Do you have something to say, or
No.
okay?
Which one do you?
Yeah, absolutely. So you use Wish to cast this. Why don't you describe for us how this process takes place? You have Xerox waiting, I'm sure, stoically before you, and without fear as you begin probably a complex
series of arcane invocations. And I imagine utilizing the deific power that you share with Vitaria
Yeah.
to power such a potent spell.
But the words I say that are comprehensible and common, that are like the arcane language, are simply that. I wish to make a simulacrum of Xerox, and then just
Yeah, I think like of everybody that witnesses this, it most affects Gray, who is used to big words, spouting a bunch of big words, especially when big words is doing big magic. And then big words finally does some magic that makes sense and just like saying the thing you want. And Gray, you may be a wizard now, but you can understand this highly complicated magic that
Absolutely.
yeah.
all those pages paid off.
Yeah.
And from this, Xerox, you feel this strange, not quite warmth because it does not carry any like heat, but this like strange anxious pressure in your body until something steps forth out of yourself and you are looking at the back of your own body as a Xerox simulacrum steps forward. It is created by this magic.
Simulacra. Alright, I'll look up the spell for you as well.
That was less involved than expected.
Well, I wish.
Grid lens to clone and specs.
I've been working on that spell for quite some time.
I mean,
Are you alright?
I remember the last time that one of your simulacrums turned into Victoria and then started killing us.
That was a clone, and that was because our souls got severed.
Is this not a...
This is not a clone. This is something separate and different. A clone is a body that you can go in when you die. This is a copy.
Weapons armor also, or just body?
Let's see. Let's read it. The duplicate is a creature, partially or real, and formed from ice or snow. And it can take actions or otherwise be affected as a normal creature. It appears to be the same as the original, but has half the creature's maximum hit points and is formed without any equipment.
So there's a naked Xerox that looks roughly has half the fortitude, but still more than a dozen men.
The simulacrum is friendly to you and creatures you designate. It obeys your spoken commands, moving and acting in accordance with your wishes, and attacks acting on your turn in combat. It lacks the ability to learn or become more powerful, so it never increases its levels or other abilities, nor can it regain expended spell slots.
Kula pulls a dagger out of her boot and holds the handle first, holds out. Oh, welcome. Offers her the dagger.
I have some half plates you can have if it wants it.
They want it.
Yeah, very rude.
If the sim, if the
I said
pronouns. This
I
is
figured out.
If it drops
Brand-
to 0
brand new
points,
being.
it falls away.
It would like,
They.
it may have the half plate that I have.
Excuse our...
The simulacrus, I'm still the same fucking person. Just a little different.
She can have a dagger, she can have armor.
People was definedly uncomfortable with this whole entire situation.
Dagger. These muscles are wasted on a dagger. Give me something bigger, if you don't mind. I'm sure you can spare it.
Absolutely. I just...
Did you just come out of my friend and then become a dick right away? I swear to God, I will kill you.
Like, looks at you, puts an arm on your shoulder. Would you insult your friend with a dagger? Especially if they were naked.
Will you put this armor on for the love of God?
5 minutes.
Yeah, begin.
Xerox will pull out an extra pair of clothes and hand it to the simulacrum.
It dresses. It
I have a great sword. I believe it's silver.
A little bit more appropriate.
It is a silver greatsword. I think he took it from
I
me.
meant no offense. I mean, it was a gesture. It's what I had an extra.
just like
Thank you. I feel more comfortable leaving the mountain to meet the Githyanki with someone they have a previous connection with.
If it eases your minds, I share Xerox's rage for your enemies. And I will die before I allow any harm to come to our friends or anyone else to take control of this mountain.
It's appreciated. But, you know, also take care of yourself.
Or don't.
Ignore him. He's working it out.
I'm sorry, Nico.
When I have to kill this thing later, then we can talk.
No, we won't.
Mm-hmm.
We had a bad past.
The gods are cruel in this world. They've already killed one of us.
I was there in a way. I know.
I swear to God.
That's mind-bending, but appreciated.
look, I know what I am. If you had made I don't know.
But literally though, how funny is it that you made a copy of Xerox?
A few details you look just kind of like blurry.
The copy of a
Oh my gosh.
I offer Xerox a ladybug before she gets off the boat.
Xerox too. Xerox takes it, smiles, a little grim smile, and I do hope we see each other again.
Sure we will.
And good luck in your own battles. Your copy looks at you, Xerox, and says, I know you'll keep them safe.
I will die before anything happens to these.
There is a knowing look exchanged between the two Xeroxes. And this new copy turns away and follows Beepoop and Vitaria to Mount Inaru.
Not be poop.
Or Togetots, sorry. You've been conscripted.
I'm okay with this, I guess. I don't know.
Did we need to like mark the copies? Yeah.
I do feel like Big Boot has a little string around the arm or something.
Do you trust Xerox?
Oh, yes, I do. I don't trust that thing, but I do trust this human orc.
A simulacrum has
You know, it's already done. It's okay. It's fine. I'll kill it when I have to. It's fine.
there to decide.
You will do no such thing.
The gods are cruel, my friend. The gods are cruel.
As am I.
I've been right beside you for a long while, I know.
Alright, let's go.
Yeah.
Yes.
Alright, so with the last redaction, we depart from Mount Inaru.
We just keep going.
We'll go to the middle stage of the journey, which is all of the time between arriving at your destination. We can just keep going back and forth in this period now.
Beep Boop is working on fixing that little pad of whatever that we found on Inaru. I'll tell you the name of it. The one little pad that I showed those people, but I'll tell you the name in a second.
In the town?
No, on the mountain.
In the town of the mountain?
Yeah, the
Yeah.
town on the mountain.
No.
No, different. Check.
Looking forward to finding out what that is.
I'll tell you.
All right. So as we leave it, Xerox simulacra singular.
Oh, I wonder if it will confuse the liturgy.
Oh, fuck. That'd be funny.
I will destroy one if I make it.
Okay.
Togatats and Vitaria are left in Mount Ainaru with an invitation seemingly accepted by the Githyanki to meet them there and receive aid in finding the deep mine, which is seemingly on the move at the moment. While you guys are going to head straight to the rotten swamp where the tree lies, and you will begin your descent at some point after you arrive. But for now, it seems like a straight shot. Not even going to stop by the flashy detours available to you.
Bedtime. We can do it later.
Going straight to the
Have to
rock.
get something accomplished.
As far as timing goes, like one of the things that's I'm not quite sure of yet is with Gray's resurrection sickness still in place. You have how many?
3.
You're at 3.
3.
So Gray needs 3 full long rests before that's reduced to 0, or like after the third one will be reduced to 0. So Shippy expects that, you know, like half a day, a little bit more maybe, to get to above the rock tree, and then another like full day of just descending down through, you know, the atmosphere down to the surface. Which seems to be a much slower process.
Is it
than-
3 long rests or 3 days?
Well, you can only take 1 long rest a day, so
Cool.
same thing.
What does -1 to that do? Is it abilities and saves?
Yeah, it's for, I have it right here.
Because I think we can assume that this creature is going to focus, all the creatures are probably going to focus on Gray.
That's why Gray's going to stay in the ship. It's a -1 penalty to all attack rolls, saving throws, and ability checks.
So do we want to wait even until Gray is that all the way recovered?
I think you could survive with -1, you know. If it takes 2 days to get there, with 2 long rests.
Can a restoration spell solve that problem then?
No, I don't think so. With resurrection, I don't think it's like a normal exhaustion that Resto can resolve. But double check on that for me, Kevin, if you don't mind.
Yeah, I got the spell here.
Question.
Don't think it would. I know it does exhaustion, but
Hellas comes around while you guys are talking, as you guys have been on the journey now for a few hours, and kind of like just, I imagine, spend a little time just getting comfortable again after your time in the mountain, and, you know, dressing your wounds, getting comfortable, getting some food, etc., all that stuff. Ellis overhears as you guys are kind of gathered together again, or talking through your plans. Ellis says, if Co-Captain Gray is not feeling very good, and you guys are cutting it real close, it sounds like you're working on the assumption that you won't be surprised by the rot. And it seems like it's been learning, you said, from your past encounters. It may be able to defend its home and send forces to strike us at the same time. I'm just worried that Co-Captain Gray might find himself at a disadvantage.
I will not leave Gray's side.
If we leave Gray on the ship, if Gray stays on the ship, you think they might be at a disadvantage?
No, I just mean that it sounds like you're counting on a full, you know, time to get there with Greg and get some rest, and then another full day of a restful descent. And who knows if the rot has some plan for us.
I see, that's a good point. When we were scrying on the area, was there any chance at a stealthy approach?
I mean, that's really hard to judge. There seem to be just potentially over the vast miles of the rock, like legions of creatures. But there are also those like strange things floating in the air. Like there's so many things with potential eyes to see and approach. It's really hard to gauge, especially if you were descending from the sky. Like, where are you going to hide? Like, there's potentially like cloud cover depending on the weather, the chaotic weather patterns, and whatever is going on. But once you break that, again, there's at least some out of the descent that's going to be, unless it's foggy. That's just all up to chance at that point.
I mean, we have fog cloud. Can we make Shippy invisible?
Wait, Shippy. I have a spell that makes my friends look like different things.
We're friends.
Yeah.
Oh, that's great.
I was wondering if usually this spell applies to creatures. Can
I'm not a creature.
Channel it through you to apply it to you as well?
I'd say probably not.
Okay.
There are those sorts of things that can be done, but they have to be intentionally integrated into my systems. Like the teleportation.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I'm built to be able to do that, and that can normally only affect creatures, I think.
Right. So there might be like an illusion spell that could make it look like you're not there, or invisibility?
No, it would require, unless you know how to, I'd have to think about it, and I'd have to know what sort of magic you were trying to do. All I know is that there are systems that I have that have been set up to do that sort of thing for other magic, but it has to be done specifically for that magic. Does that make sense?
Yeah, like it has to be set up with you ahead of time
Mm-hmm.
to make it work for
And when you guys first found me, I couldn't even do the teleportation thing. That's new.
And it's very cool. I don't know if I have the capability to do that just now, but thank you. That's helpful information.
It's an apparition projector.
The what?
Apparition projector. Apparition projector.
Apparition projector?
Yeah.
Would Gray count as part of the Great Tree?
That
Just
is an excellent question.
Philosophically, what conditions are we talking about
Like
here?
For the purposes
for
of
the
a
knowledge
teleport
of
spell.
teleporting to.
For the purpose of the teleport spell? No? Are you talking about like familiarity?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Because if you have something from that, you can teleport.
Yeah, I see where you're
Yeah,
going with that.
yeah. That's a good question.
Yeah, that is because Gray certainly has a deep connection to the tree, and the tree with Gray.
And we saw it in the other planner, whatever thing we were in. Even though it's sort of non-real.
I would say that Gray would grant you at least like familiarity with it.
Familiarity, okay.
That's like, just don't roll a 1.
Let's see here. First.
And Zurich can foresee things, right?
I
Yeah.
haven't rolled yet today.
These aren't fiends, right? Like abominate or aberrations or
But we're not.
They were
They're aberrations.
Aberrations, not abominations.
Yeah.
Aberrations.
abominations must be
Are they
cursed.
Cody
undead?
Khan's words.
You said they are undead a couple times too.
The rock?
Yeah.
No, just use a
Okay,
dead like
otherwise
zombies
that's
and stuff
okay.
as an example for imagery.
What about ooze? Are they ooze-like?
They are who's like, but they are
Not oozes.
aberrations.
Why is nothing for? Okay. Anyway, familiarity.
This is when you first said about the tree, Gray, I was like, you're gonna try and teleport the tree somewhere? Like, what do you do?
That's a solid idea.
That'd be cool.
he's on a ley line or something.
familiar.
You need to stay
Yeah, probably.
It's 25 to 100.
Yeah.
This isn't something I can use a.
You can't use
It's not a D20.
It's not like we're trying to get there faster, though.
But it could grant us the advantage of surprise if we stay outside of it.
Yeah.
But Gray doesn't want to get off the
Stay
ship.
outside, wait till we're ready,
and
and then
teleport in.
bam, fin.
Gray, do you want to get off the ship?
I don't think Gray. And
But we
Gray
could
stays safe.
be up close and
Hey,
then.
grab Gray. Punch Gray. Stab Gray. Hurt.
Wait, what did they
You don't
have?
get close.
because
Can you make-
Ellis makes
Can you look like Gray since I'm really, I'm durable? And if it comes after me.
We
Unless
could
you're-
all look like Gray.
We could. I have seeming.
Yeah.
I could make us all look.
The concern is that it always seemed like I don't know if it sees Gray, like recognizes Gray on sight, or recognizes something in Gray's spirit. But we could certainly
For mine. And I would have, well, I may not have the same stuff, but I also have the rod.
Mhm.
So we might be able to confuse him. Which
We
of
called
us
him the
is-
little fire, right?
What?
Called him the little fire.
Little flame.
Little flame.
Yes.
So it might recognize something in Gray's spirit, but even if it granted us a moment of confusion for it, it was
And then-
very helpful.
Who knows? Maybe that one, maybe the harbinger would be able to see through it, but his lackeys may not.
Couldn't, yeah, that's true.
And I can, yeah.
Can we cast invisibility for you? Can you be invisible?
Not yet. But it's one of those
Okay,
things
so
that if
that
we
makes
try
sense.
real hard and spend some bellstone, we can do in the future.
Excellent. Thank you, Shibby.
I mean, like, how far in the future could we?
How long does it take to make those?
Could we prepare it on this trip? And
That is a very good question. I believe it took, for the previous upgrades, it took like a day to 2 days. So you could, Shippy says, I'm pretty sure we could at least do one interesting upgrade that could help us a lot in the fights to come.
What about a protection against good and
protection from
evil?
good.
I love the sound of that.
That would
Do
be
you
so
have that
nice.
ability already?
No!
I have the spell. If we can channel it into Shippy.
I think invisibility might be better. I'm not sure.
Right. But yeah, I mean, I don't have invisibility right now, but somebody does, right? One of us does.
And we have. I haven't solidified my spell wish for the dirt.
So one of us does.
I can. I know that's kind of.
Can you do a simulacrum of either? Could you do it of Shippy?
I don't think so. No.
Oh, Gray would
And the
have to do
simulacrum
that.
of Xerox would disappear.
Yeah, and once you create one simulacrum, the other one is.
Well, that only took half a day, so they're probably
They're probably.
they're way gone.
I mean, that was your wish spell, so you can have two, right?
Yeah.
I wish for extra wishes.
Exactly.
I wish for more spell slots.
Can't you wish the rot to disappear?
Disintegrate.
Can't you just wish him to another plane?
Oh,
We have ultimate power here. Let's not think linearly.
that word.
In that one.
Let's see.
We're gonna use wish to fuck up this whole campaign.
Unlike divine spells, which have no limitations, apparently. I don't know.
Well, maybe you should have been a cleric.
That's my envy of the cleric class.
You don't even have to memorize specific spells.
I know. So if you go beyond a certain level of wish of what you're looking for, like if something's going to impact the world to a greater extent, it has severe consequences. It can have severe consequences. It would leave me very tired, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
And there's a good chance I may never be able to cast that spell again.
Well,
Oh wow.
you know what else has that consequence?
That.
Yes. For some of us. If you lost wish
Yeah.
in your life, but then you die and return as a clone, do you get wish back?
Tied to your soul.
You take 1d10 necrotic damage per level of the spell. So, 1d10. The damage can't be reduced or prevented in any way. Your strength drops to 3 for 2d4 days. For each of those days you spend resting and doing nothing more than light activity, your remaining recovery time decreases by 2 weeks.
Yeah, maybe not. Okay.
Yeah,
It's pretty intense.
it's
Risky.
It is risky.
What about banishment?
banishment
Yeah.
could work. It does have
Doesn't
substantial resistances. Yeah.
Is it from this plane?
It is
No.
not.
Is it not? Is the rot from this plane of existence? We know that it's not from this.
I think
Existence.
you learned, and like you very specifically with the vision you saw, the Samsarans reaching beyond the universe into the realms beyond.
The outer realms.
The rot is something of that universe beyond the universe of your
Is that a
own.
different realm of existence?
Absolutely, in like the most alien sense of the word. Yes.
Okay. Because like banishment sends them to a different realm that they're from, but like
This, yeah, if you're
It's a
talking
different
about,
plane of
talking about
existence.
specifically the spell banishment.
Yeah.
Like you think that such creatures, I mean, it would depend, potentially. Like if the rot consumes things, and if it was like a fresh acquisition of something that was native to this plane, it might not go anywhere. But if it's the Harbinger, it might also be, like, you know that some creatures are so powerful that they anchor themselves wherever they are. I would say that you guys, with your collective knowledge, would know some of those like underlying kind of rules and like ideas and
And I
stuff.
think like the rot, I mean, even if we sent the Harbinger, like, I think we need to destroy him, not just send him back. Like, I think he's got such a hold on this world and so intertwined that even if we banish the Harbinger, the rot itself is still, I think there's a good chance anyway that it would still maintain. I mean, like we said, you know, Grace has persisted.
So it sounds like if we upgrade Shippy to be able to cast invisibility on it, that amount of time is gonna take a day to 2, which is how much it's gonna take to finish off the rest of,
And get rid of a stable spot.
yeah. It's almost like there's a force telling us.
That's our timeline.
Yeah, that's the timeline.
Cloaking is pretty awesome.
Yeah. And then,
Or would it matter? Because Shippy's not directly. I mean, I guess Shippy might be directly attacking.
Yeah, should be quickly directly attack.
its turrets would be firing, but is
Yeah.
that really Shippy? He doesn't consume them.
Mechanically possible to solve that.
Tried. Always try ruining our
Yep, that's what my job is.
Shippy, that would be great.
have invisibility.
Like the realm where you can't have fun and then fucking ruin
And
everything.
ruin everything. Just destroy it all.
I mean, that would still give us the drop on the tree, I think.
Yeah, hopefully.
Yeah.
Unless it can sense Gray coming
Right.
magically.
What if Shippy does that and then
Oh,
I could cast protection?
I take off my necklace and I put it on Gray.
Oh, protect against sight or scrying?
It is, go back to it. Amulet proof against detection and location.
Nice.
I also be good for drops too.
I was about to say.
Is it like chunky and very colorful?
No, it's like a delicate
Okay.
sign.
Thanks.
Does it
Kind of like choose on
require,
it.
It does require attunement, so we should give it to Xerox as well, like until we approach the true. No, because We can give it to Xerox later. We'll give it to him.
Tonight's sleep I'm not worried about.
Okay.
Are you watching Whisper Litany? I'm going to kill you.
We miss you.
Tell us from a die we're coming.
Xerox.
No, wait, stop!
You summoned her.
You hear a familiar voice let out a slight chuckle.
I'm so mad!
Xerox will say, she's laughing.
Oh, why can she see us?
You look over at Xerox, where the sound was coming from. And the form of the whispered litany is leaned up against the rail of Shippy,
The fuck?
standing aboard the vessel.
Do I see
Do we
anything
see her?
with see invisibility?
Do not.
Interesting.
None of you see anything.
What?
Where do we give that to Xerox?
Xerox will start walking towards her, menacingly.
She looks at you. The chuckle ends and leaves a smile lingering across her face as she watches you approach with all the threat you can muster. Give me an intimidation check.
What's going on, Xerox?
Xerox isn't going to answer right now. I have advantage on these.
God, good.
I have proficiency. No, I'm not very intimidating right now.
She watches you approach with a smirk and a question in her eyes as to see, just curious, how far are you going to take this little show?
I will add, seeing that Xerox is just trying to look menacing to something and kind of guessing a little bit about what's going on. Can I add, I don't know if this will really work this way. It's probably not how it's meant to be. Pay presence to his menacing, which intends to frighten whoever he's menacing at.
Ooh.
What does it do?
Once per rest, you cause a creature in a 10-foot cube from you to make a wisdom saving throw, with charmed or frightened. I don't know if that really counts, but.
I'm sorry, I wasn't listening to the most. After I asked that question, I immediately found out.
Okay. You can cause each creature in a 10-foot cube to make a wisdom saving throw or become charmed or frightened.
Doesn't seem like there was any creature to receive that spell.
Okay, yeah, I just tried.
What do you do, Xerox? As the whispered litany stands there, kind of slouched against the walls of the rail.
So Xerox will look back towards her companions and then look back at the whispered litany, kind of realizing that they cannot see her. And then, well, you're here now. Shall we have it out, or?
Is that how you welcome family, cousin?
Again, you have done little to elucidate our actual connection. So until that point, I am not going to acknowledge it.
I'm not the only family you have, Xerox, and you do have much closer kin to me. But it was your companion that addressed me. I just happened to be paying attention. Give me a perception check.
Oh.
Ooh.
Was that 18? What did you roll?
Who's doing a perception check?
You!
Yeah, you.
Jeez.
Oh,
I'll step back and, well, this is
17.
There's something like underneath the whispered litany's words. You've heard the prayers of the faithful in the whispered litany's words and magics before. And there's something there, something about some prayers and words of faithful of the five divines that are just like, just on the edge of your perception. Some prayer of warding or sight or awareness of the enemies of the Imperium, of the enemies of the five divines. There is divine magic powering their ability to scry and perceive you guys at times, even beyond the blood connection you have, which you don't know how deep that runs or what power it might have over you. You do know that so much of the Whispered Litany's magic is powered by spell or prayers of the faithful, it seems. And there's some element of that just reminds you of, or like this, her words just remind you of somewhere, hearing the faintest bits of those prayers undergirding her power.
While this is happening, can I kind of turn around and walk back towards Nazira and start casting Scry to see if I can scry on Whispered Litany while this is happening?
Sure.
Yeah, I'm trying to do it discreetly, like I've turned my back towards whatever Xerox is doing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Why don't you give me a stealth check? Xerox, why don't you give me a perception check?
Seeing what Cola's doing, I'm going to pull out my lute and try to act as a distraction. I want to put on a performance and use that as a way to also grant bardic inspiration.
Awesome.
Ooh.
Take advantage of the distraction and put some snails in the lips you
Oh, roll worse. Crappy.
So, who gets the bardic inspiration?
Cola.
Yeah, it's going to Quilla, who's trying to hide something that
12.
you
Wow.
are trying to perceive here.
I'm trying to. Okay, I got a 20 on my perception check.
Yes.
Wait, why did you? Oh, because
That's-
I suck.
And it was with advantage.
Yeah, the both my rolls were correct. Because I rolled one on here and one on person. But it was plus 7, so that's like, it's like 15. First up.
Yeah, there's a little couple. Whispered Litany says to you, Xerox, tell your friends not to worry, not to waste their spells. Here to help. We share an enemy. Share many enemies. The difference is
I'm still casting Connor.
you all don't understand just how dangerous the enemy is and what they threaten.
Xerox will stop, turn to her companions, and say, "Don't worry about it. She can see you."
How long is the spell?
It lasts 2 minutes. I think it's.
Just an action?
It's an action, yeah.
Yeah, well, the spell certainly goes off. There is like some moment where your perception is like drawn out of your body and towards your quarry, and you feel, especially with this, like, you've recently seen the world in a way that virtually nobody has, like through the vision of the Panopticon Atlas and all these things. You feel your perception of
That's 10
being
minutes to cast.
10 minutes to cast?
Yeah.
Then never mind.
Doesn't it last 2 minutes? Oh,
Casting time is 10 minutes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Keep them on the hook for a bit.
Yeah.
You need 10 minutes.
That's okay.
This is like everybody's favorite cop movie.
Keep on the line, we're tracking them.
Yeah. Xerox will say, well, if you care to educate us, you can speak to more than just me.
Oh. Papa like.
Well, our connection's a personal one, Xerox. You can be my voice to your companions if you wish. That would make things more efficient.
And in the meantime, I'm talking to air, looking like a fool.
Ooh. Can we hear this?
I just
Can we hear one side of this?
Absolutely.
Yeah, feel free to show up.
We're trying and it's, yeah.
It says, if you really care about your appearance to your comrades in a time like this, then I have severely overestimated you and your companions.
What are you playing at, Lucy?
Like I said, I'm here to help. I have information for you if you wish it.
Can they hear this, or will Xerox just repeat it?
It seems like you've, what Whispered Litany was suggesting was that you allow the Whispered Litany to puppet your body enough to speak through you.
No, don't do that.
And it sounded like you didn't think that was a great idea.
You should do it.
No, I didn't think that was a great idea.
Yeah, in that case, if for your companions to hear what they say, you'll need to at least just let us know that you were repeating the words of the Whispered Litany for their ears.
Against that.
Yeah. I'll just say what you need to say, and I will let them know.
Can I cast enhanced ability on Xerox
Yeah.
and give them Eagle Splendor, which will give them advantage on charisma checks?
I like that. So Xerox begins repeating the words of the Whispered Litany for your ears. And she says to you, Xerox, like I said, we have many shared enemies. And we would be happy to see the rot destroyed. If you wish to find the place to do it, where the seed may be given new life, you need to go beneath and inside the tree. There is a place underneath the tree itself, a place of power, where a certain crystal resides. I think you've become familiar with these. A place of power. A place where the ley lines of this world are anchored. There is a great crystal of bellstone beneath the tree. And around that grows the great tree's deepest and most ancient roots. Bring Gray there. You'll find what you're looking for. And we may share one less enemy. But know that there are more and the fate of this world will not have been changed.
Bellstone balls to drop.
Shared enemies.
No.
Will not have been changed with the destruction of the rot.
This world always ends in darkness. It is its fate. Whether it be the rot or some other darkness, its end is sealed.
By whom?
By the weakness of your kind.
This is not the first time this has happened before, huh?
We offer another path. Path that recognizes that this world is lost, but that others may be saved. The darkness that seeks to take this world will not stop at this world. It will go on to consume everything. The heavens and the hells alike, and all that lies between.
Xerox asked him about the moon.
It is fated that this world will fall. We can take the strength of this world and use it to fight the darkness. Or we can see that strength wasted and suffocated in the night.
The darkness and the chaos of even this.
Yes. War that has been waged for long eons. A war that was interrupted can be won once and for all.
Thank goodness we have the hells to act as the vanguard against the war.
If it were not for the efforts of my master, all your worlds would have been consumed by chaos already. All creation rests on a razor's edge, but this world is already falling. You can use it for the salvation of all worlds, or its strength will be wasted.
Xerox, ask if Bellstone under Old Tree.
My friend would like you heard my friend.
Wait, what?
It is a great crystal of Bellstone.
I'll repeat this back to Grant.
You realize now the previous tree, the one that already died. So,
They're saying that the
Okay.
roots of the great tree, of the rotten tree, it's where you need to go in order to restore it.
but not the tree that's already been destroyed.
Same thing,
Okay.
same place. The tree that was destroyed is now a rotten stump that is towering hundreds and hundreds of feet above the world. But it.
What about the one that was in the Free Cities? The one that.
Oh, that one.
Yeah.
That is that's like those smaller trees are that were so important to the Druid groves and such. Those are like small little sproutlings from the great tree from long, long ago. Still really significant, and some of them among these towering trees and these relics and powerful parts of nature, nodes of nature, but little saplings compared to what the great tree was.
Okay.
What? Making big with the moon happened all this stuff.
No.
Okay.
We just.
Are they talking about the moon? What do you I hate her. I can't even.
She's just so awful. Maybe she just flies straight to the.
I think Xerox will say, well, this has been a pleasure.
No.
Anybody else have any questions before?
Tell them to eat shit.
And die.
What do you know of the hole in our crystal sphere?
It says, like I said, we have many shared enemies.
Devil says, and you're giving her more information. We don't know what they know.
They don't.
I hate you. Die.
Xerox, I understand your friends are ready to see me go, but I have a message for you.
Oh my god.
I appreciate that, and I will hear it.
You, there's a pause, and she says, let me go let them know that you're available. And she disappears for a moment.
I want. It takes 10 minutes.
Look
I am still doing
anxiously.
time.
Mordecai's private sanctum is 10 minutes away.
It's a long
Yeah.
I closed
time.
mind blank on you.
It's already been done today.
Okay, really? It goes through mind blank?
This blood magic
Oh.
being
Can't remember
blood
the spell.
related seems to have some connection. A familiar figure seems to walk onto the deck of the ship, Xerox. This slight man, previously communicated to you as your father, Theobald Hewitt.
Theobald Hewitt.
He comes in and he looks around and he says, just right here. Right. Hello, Xerox. Can you hear me?
Oh my gosh.
I can.
It's good to hear your voice.
She's so manipulative.
It's good to hear your voice again. I'm sorry I didn't hear that part. Can you see me?
I can.
I wanted to show you. My friend said that you might want to see my children.
That would mean a great deal to me.
It's good. They make me so proud. Here, come, children, come. I have someone for you to meet. I know you can't see them, but they're a friend of mine. And you see, coming into view, one child after another, until there are 15
What?
lined in front of you, all along the deck of Shippy. The youngest being a bare, barely able to walk child. You can see tottering about and stumbles into view and gets back up onto its feet and is excitedly kind of following its older siblings. The oldest one's maybe 11, 12. 15 children between the ages of 3 and 13. The oldest have already gone. Some are serving the Imperium. I've been fortunate enough to have 2 of my sons taken by the Convocation.
on vacation?
One of the greatest honors one of the Imperium can receive. A great honor for our family. They've gone into service of the royal family itself.
Oh. And what are their names?
Well, let me begin. The youngest one here is Gottfried, and it like begins to go through like one after the other, like 15 children.
Oh, that's a different game.
All like gone through, name like recounting their names without a moment's hesitation. Certainly all the notes of a caring and doting father.
I'm sure you're beginning of this.
And I'll ask, and you have no idea who I am.
No, you're my friend Xerox. We spoke just not long ago.
Yes.
Like I said,
No familiar.
no, there's something here. I feel like we are kindred souls or something. Perhaps we were fated by the five to meet each other and serve some purpose for them. I don't know. I do feel a connection to you, though.
And I to you. I to you, and I feel Xerox is faltering at this point.
Theobald says,
Oh,
go ahead.
Where did you say you were from, Theobald?
Solid question.
Yeah, we're here in Pelissa, well, it's really Tris Pelissa Cal Korith. It's a city here in the Imperium. We're in the satrapy of Plachka. Just on the outskirts of the heart of the Imperium. I take the whole family sometimes when we go to the capital and see the sights. It's great for the family, I think.
Collage. First part I don't know yet.
Last time it was identified to you as he was living in a place called Pelissa, and now he's given kind of the full name of that city or region or whatever it is. Tris Pelissa California.
Are they related to the Whispered Litany?
I think so.
I'm sorry, Xerox. I feel this connection is beginning to fade. I hope that we can speak again soon.
Me too. Take care of yourself, Theobald.
Maybe I'll introduce you to my wives.
Oh, multiple.
Please do. Please do. Your wives.
I'd love for you to meet the whole family.
Does that include the Whispered Litany?
Do I see any familiar features among these children? Like,
Give me a perception check.
Damn it, I chose the wrong thing to give you advantage on.
Intimidate them into
21.
I see.
Some of these children, you feel a deep drop in your stomach as you recognize features that you've seen in your own reflection. There is every indication that these are blood siblings of yours.
And I'll address the Whispered Litany. It's like, you've shown me these people.
Man, good question. Solid fucking question.
Well, I'm not so dissimilar as to your siblings there. Chosen to serve a greater purpose. I was taken by the convocation once. A long time ago. And I'm not even the first whispered litany. Certain roles need to be fulfilled for the proper ordering of society. Me and my siblings, we make sure things run smoothly. And that the mortal kind of this world does not experience death without their purpose being fulfilled first. Why should they be wasted when there's so much potential in this world?
And it is up to you to determine their purpose. It's tyranny.
Me? No. The five divines set your kind on this path. We just see that it's resolved, that there's something left after the wars are won, something left to save. All your scrambling around like rats in the mud, why not work towards a common purpose, at least for now, while we have common enemies? I've given you some information to show a gesture of goodwill. We have learned much in our time. We could share more information with you if we could find an alignment of purpose. Well, Xerox, I'm sure your friends are going to have a few words for you and a few insulting words I shouldn't want to hear myself.
Oh, I hate you so much.
So I'll leave you for now. But think on it. And find what you seek in the deepest heart of the tree, and do not stop until you find the crystal of Bellstone. From there you can make whatever sacrifices you need to make. And with that, she steps backwards off the railing of Shippy. Seems to fall as you look down, she's gone.
I already killed Gray once. Can't kill him again.
Xerox will turn to her companions and say, I would say we're giving to them. We're on the right path.
We're doing their work.
hate her. Whole lot.
I'm still trying to spell her.
9 more minutes passed. As some conversation goes on here in the aftermath of that, your scribe does go off, and your vision for a moment looms over a vast metropolis until your vision goes hazy with red until it's just this blinding bright redness of just ruby crystalline red, and it obliterates your vision and breaks the spell. There's some protection or warding that it did.
It's that ruby that she has.
Was the crystal in the city?
No, just this light that would look like
A red light.
lustrous ruby light.
Ruby that came through my vision. Okay. Oh, okay. That's fine.
Well, we know that the spirit of the litany jumps from person to person. We've already established that. That seems to measure up with what she said. We know how these cambions have been made by utilizing children, so that measures up.
Should have told her we know where her bodies are. We want her shaking her boots.
We know her siblings that she's referring to are the assassin
We don't know.
who we've never seen, but I think they can shapeshift and take on the faces of different people. And the crown, which would be Gwendolyn. Constance. One. And we know that the further they are away from the Imperium, the weaker they are.
Not just these. Just one more.
There is one more. Royce. I have
One
to.
more what?
Shamavuka.
Ashramadal.
That one.
Ashramathala.
Yeah, so Shaman's eye
Is
is
the big bad.
kind of, yeah,
Overarching.
yeah. And then those three.
Oh, this is 3, okay.
My suspicion, Johan, is that Ashramadai is sort of avatar of Asmodeus that got separated and has sort of gone rogue. I don't know if that's true, but we did talk to a devil and that's most likely.
Maybe Asmodeus wants him back.
Exactly. That's why
We should talk to him.
we freed Rast. I think that would also be as bad as an idea as making a deal with this one. But
I don't think you understand how much I hate her.
You're the devil, you don't know.
Yeah.
The saying goes.
yeah, he does owe us a favor for freeing this fit-being lieutenant.
Oh, God. Who would do such a thing? Not
Not us, though.
Never. We are doing a bit. No.
We freed it back to health.
We just helped it right on back to hell.
It wanted to return to its natural environment, and we allowed it to go there.
Wait, we did that or?
We did that. We banished it.
Oh, okay, yeah. Okay.
It was not unwilling to be banished. Because it had been trapped in this realm for.
So
Oh.
you sent it where you wanted. You sent it home.
Yeah.
That was nice.
Better than here.
It was helpful.
It's nice for everybody.
For the pit fiends.
Alright, Johan.
This is what we do.
Johan, we were fighting a giant army of undead at the time. It was difficult.
There's priorities, but.
In the future, we'll send them to the abyss.
I don't think I can do that, unfortunately. No, it goes home. If it's an extra-planar creature, it goes home.
We'll just put it in the bag with the shard.
That's going to be consumed with interstellar politics in the blood. So, I figured that's a better place for it than amongst the mortals.
I'm so mad. That was actually really good. I like that.
What were you saying, Joe?
I was just going to say excellent session. I'm going to log off. So.
Bye, Jared.
Bye, Jared. I love you.
So
Yeah,
good.
see ya.